Hey, yo, son, yo, you think that motherfucking nigga's out there right now, son? Son, we got drama with that nigga. Try to fucking front that cat out there. I seen that nigga earlier, you know what I'm saying? Nah, fuck that. Go open the window real quick. Open that fucking window. Hold up. That's that nigga right there, son, right next to the basketball court. Oh, shit, come here. Turn the lights on, son. Turn the lights on, son. Back up. Yo, son, I'm gonna hit that nigga right now, son. I'm gonna hit him out the window, son. So fuck that. I'm gonna hit that nigga right out the motherfucking window. Hold on, son. Nah, fuck that. I'm gonna hit this nigga out the window, son. Shit. Don't blow it up. Let me do it, man. Let me go down. Give me. Fucker. What? 1, 3, 4, 3, 6, sit mama car T. You blink my string. We bring an extra small thing. COD. 1, 3. Sit mama car T. Alright now, pay attention to the crime rhymes NEP. Keeping you niggas in perspective. Mom, representative, call me the specialist, professional professor at this rap science up in the laboratory. That's why you small rhyme for me. Store-bought rap ain't shit, my category. It's that alpha insane man who strike back. I draw first blood, it's over with in that stack. You wanna square off the same slice that cat. You get splashed from back of your head, your ass crack. So the signs of the end, when I am at, was bring apocalypse to this game called rap. It's not a game but quite serious, and yo, in fact, you be running for dear life, so far you might fall.
Waiting for 10 people.
At least I had an opportunity to bust back. Push out the motherfucker pack of red.
Can you hear me?
Silk individuals bound for blind fear. Scared of death, niggas fold to their worst fear.
Yeah, I hear you. You talking to me?
Oh, now it's talking to the chat.
Okay.
Got their eyes on you. QBC, Lama Cardi, Golf, Part 3. On some hashish, embassy suite, crash bar. It's GOD, Part 3. QBC, sit Lama Cardi. Heavy on the wrist, Q like my ring. Time we break, yo, that's a small thing. GOD, Part 3. QBC, sit Lama Cardi. Heavy on the wrist, Q.
Hey, yo, what's up, man? This is Afi Kingdom, man. And, this is going to be Tales from the Underworld, episode 2. So when you hear that dark side music, that means that it's finna go down. But in order to get to the dark side, we got to set the tone. So for the new listeners, maybe y'all never heard this before because it's not on YouTube and it's not on Patreon. But I feel like if you want to learn the underworld shit, you have to have mastered the 10 Boss King commandments. You have to be in that mindset. If you're not in that mindset, then the shit that me and Professor McTowell is going to talk about is going to go over your head. You see what I'm saying? So let me play this for y'all. So maybe this is a classic. If you never heard it before, you need to hear it so we can stop all the dumb shit. No more, after you hear this, no more dumb questions, no more dumb shit. And because you heard the commandments already now. There's no excuses at this point. And number one, what up, fam? William Jolie Bay, what up, fam? So, these are the commandments. And then we're going to go on to the underworld. But you have to have these commandments, man. So, let's set the tone. That's y'all niggas simping.
It's how y'all be sounding. Does that sound good to you?
Sounds terrible. that Killer Cam right there. No stupid shit, niggas. Toxic Crusades, what up? He said Mr. Freeport said he went to the swingers joint and let his girl bust just so he could lose the emotional attachment. That's cold-blooded. Yeah, it is. You gotta hear these commandments, though, Toxic Crusades. I'm about to tell them to y'all. Then we gonna get into some real underworld stories, man. I know y'all want to hear some shit, and it's going on Patreon. Press 1 if you in here, man. Let me see who in here. Press 1. Press 1 if you in here, man. No doubt. I just seen you talking. Seen you talking just now, man.
I'm going to give you guys the 10.
Who else?
King Commandments.
PG in the motherfucking building. I see you. Who else in the motherfucking building?
Video, but I don't feel like waiting until January 1st, 2019. We gonna start this shit right now. You hear me?
Who else? Press 1 if you in this bitch, man.
The first commandment.
Like 80, you made it. What's good? Thanks for the super chat, man. He made it finally. That's what's up. Who else in there? Toxic Crusades. Thanks for the super chat. The first, but definitely not the last. Watch this. T already know. Get the likes up.
Okay. Rule number 1.
I gotta make him a mod right now. Rule number 1, put yourselves first. Y'all heard that? Put yourselves first is number 1.
First, I don't give a fuck how good the pussy is.
Don't matter.
Fuck if the bitch say, hey, we gonna grow old and gray together.
Don't matter.
Walk down the finish line and we gonna put yourself first. Women are all emotions. Their fucking goals and aspirations change. Motherfucker, your shit needs to stay the same. And I just rhyme right there. And we gonna move on number 2.
This is number 2. Did y'all get number 1? Put yourselves first.
Bitches ain't $1 million.
Bitches ain't $1 million. Number 2.
Say that shit. Bitches are not $1 million. Why do y'all act like they are? Why do y'all care so much?
Why,
it don't
nigga?
matter if she call you. It don't matter. She ain't $1 million. What's the loss? Every bitch you like is somebody's headache. The one bitch that you want so bad, I promise you, is some motherfucking nigga who hate her ass. They not $1 million.
They not. What's number 3?
Take them off the pedestal right now.
Take them off the pedestal.
Push their ass off. They
Push
are
them
not
off.
$1 million. All a girlfriend is, motherfuckers, is basically your favorite person. That's all it is. You got a best friend, but the difference between your best friend and your girlfriend is you don't stick your dick in him. That's the only difference. And your best friend ain't $1 million, so guess what? That bitch ain't worth $1 million. Your best friend been around. Your best friend been along way longer than your bitch. But you put more value on her. Why? Because you can stick your dick in her.
That's the only reason why, fellas.
So fucking thirsty, jack off, man. And then see if you want to stick your dick in her every night. Number 3, man.
What up, Stefan?
Stop double texting, man.
No more double texting.
You hit the shit come back. Don't fucking do that shit.
No double texting.
Text her good morning. She She don't fucking text you, that's it. Erase her shit. Or don't even erase it, but just that's it. Don't fucking text her the other day. Hey, did you get my text? Hey, good morning again. Maybe your phone. Fuck that.
Fuck that, niggas.
Fuck it. It's a bitch.
You heard it?
These bitches be retarded, man. Y'all don't even know this shit. Number 4.
Number 4.
Be an urban renaissance man. Shout out to my motherfucking man, Tariq Ali, Tariq Nasheed.
Shout out to Tariq Nasheed.
Not the game, but you know, the online, you know, podcasts and all that type of shit, gang. Be an urban. You gotta tap into all emotions.
Y'all heard that? Explode, what up?
Humor. You feel me? Be supportive. Be a leader. You gotta do all this shit when you fucking with these hoes, man, if you want good results.
You heard it.
You feel me? Little shit. Like, I'm an asshole, right? And this is another thing. Learn what game works for you, because my personality and the game that I shit, that might not work for your ass. So take the game of it, but don't necessarily copy the approach if it don't fit you, because if it don't fit you, it's not going to be genuine.
I heard that.
Man, for instance, I'm an asshole, right? But when I do go out with a bitch, I still open the door for her. It's a mix-up. Now, if I was opening the door for her, bringing her flowers, calling her beautiful, rubbing her feet, buying her chocolates, that's too much. I'm going to open the door for her, but I'm going to still call her a bitch if she out of pocket. That's the difference.
You heard it?
You see that? If you religious, pray when you eat. I promise you. See, y'all motherfuckers got scarcity mindsets. Let me give y'all some extra level game real fast. Check this shit out. You only be praying and shit when you on Thanksgiving and Christmas dinner and shit, most likely. You won't do that shit at a restaurant. You'll do that shit.
Press 1 if you in here, man.
Next time you go on a date, king, you pray before you eat dinner. When you out at a restaurant, she is gonna fall in love with you right there.
Nigga, you heard that.
I promise you, she don't. If it's Christmas or some shit, of course you do it with your family. Just you and her. You pray before you eat with her. She's in love. Watch how she look at you when you put your head down and y'all open your eyes together and y'all lock eyes. Watch how she look at you.
And she gonna tell her friends.
Y'all don't know this shit. Comment me after you do this shit. Tell me she ain't in love with you already, motherfucker. Shit test, number 5. Shit test. I do asshole shit. Like, I don't even eat fast food like that, but say like this. Like, I'll tell a bitch, like, hey, she, you know, women call you, right? Say they coming over. And they'll be like, you want anything? See, you guys got it fucked up. You want to make it seem like you always got it together. No, I'm good, baby. I don't need nothing. Fuck that shit. No, of course you want something.
Of course, nigga, you want something.
I do some asshole shit, right? Like, say I got a
Hollywood Hawkins, what's good, fam?
Frosty. So I'd be like, yeah, could I get, matter of fact, yeah, could you give me a chocolate Frosty from Wendy's?
Going over these 10 boss commandments real quick. We on number 5.
Other shit too, like, yeah, can I get that? Can I get 2 Swishers from the stove? And then let me get a 12-piece nuggets from Burger King. I love Burger King nuggets. Just sending a bitch around. Right? And let me tell you some extra level game, right? Since you get
China White, what's up, sis?
See, if you just say, oh yeah, just stop by and give me a soda. That's easy. When you give a bitch tasks like go here, go there, go there, go there, when she come back, she gonna be proud of herself.
Promise, nigga.
She ain't even do nothing but what you told her. Yeah, you got it right, man. You're so smart. Y'all motherfuckers don't know this shit. I gave y'all finesse game, pimp game, alpha game.
Golden Child, what up, fam? We about to start in like 4 minutes.
Small shit. Go pay dirt. I'm busy. Can you go pay my phone bill real quick? I'll give you the money. She ain't gotta pay it. Just tell her. You keep telling her what to do. Give them chores. 6, I think. Get blowjobs. You gotta be getting
That's important.
all the fucking time whenever you want to.
You gotta whip out on these bitches.
I'm not talking about every time you have sex, kiss, suck the titties, eat the pussy, you get head. No. If if you a boss king, you got to be getting head just throughout the day for no reason. And if you not, start tomorrow. Start today. Just start whipping your shit out. This is making her submit to you.
Y'all heard that, niggas?
You feel what I'm saying? When y'all having sex, y'all making love to each other. That's not her submitting. She wants to get penis. So y'all fucking. Her job need to be to please you every now and then for no reason. And that's sucking your dick.
Get down there.
Just when you get out the shower, just give it to her, You know, and don't fuck afterwards. Don't. Okay, now it's my turn to show you. No, that's it. You zip your shit up and you finish.
You heard that, niggas? Y'all scared to do that?
Keep a rotation. If you're not a player, keep a rotation still. You don't have to be fucking these hoes. But just have bitches at work that you flirt with. Line these bitches up, just like these hoes do. You think these hoes be dating one-on-one like it's the motherfucking 60s? You mean a bitch, she's single, she got 5 niggas, she entertaining at a minimum. We ain't even gonna throw social media game in there. Keep a rotation. You got your friends, your female, you still keep your friends. You don't cut them off. You don't fucking listen to her and say, you talk to your, I'm not comfortable with your sister. Hey, man, my sister been around, my god sister place has been around long before you. You gonna have to accept it. Is she gonna be mad? Yeah. Is she gonna throw shade? Yeah, but you stand your motherfucking ground.
You heard that? You gotta mean what you say.
Mad and throw shade. You mean what the fuck you say.
Mean what the fuck you say, niggas.
How about that? I'm trying to tell y'all motherfuckers how to be kings. Y'all don't want to listen.
They don't want to listen.
Y'all still worried about building the traction? This is boss fucking game I'm giving you, man.
Boss game, nigga.
Next one. Look. She's a part of your life, not your life. Make time for your family. Don't get up under your bitch, because I'm going to tell you, motherfuckers who be up under their bitch all the time, and then when they can escape, they want to kick it. That's a turn off for a man. Like, damn, be a man. Tell your bitch, hey, I'm going out tonight. Have breakfast ready. You know? Make time for your family. Make time for your hobbies. You like to watch the game? Then you watch the game. Without her.
Without her,
hey,
niggas.
This is my time, baby. I don't know. Get up off of me. You don't know this. You don't know these sports. Learn them first, then come in, and we can interact as peers. You know?
Yeah. Get the likes up.
You gotta acquire the bitch before you desire the bitch.
Y'all heard that? You gotta acquire the bitch before you desire the bitch.
At least be fucking. At least she partially yours. You already know it's not yours. It's your turn. But at least if you sticking your dick in her, she kind of yours. Get to that part first before you start worrying about it. When these bitches playing these fucking games, keep it fucking pushing. That's more time for your purpose anyway. Last one, have standards. Motherfuckers, quit making excuses for these hoes. Maybe it's
the main one.
She just had a bad day, so that's why she. Fuck that. That's her fucking problem. You have standards. Bitch, I don't like your attitude. Whatever. Oh, well, I know her cousin is sick and fuck that shit. A woman know right from wrong, motherfucker. Any circumstance. So these are the fucking commandments, man. 10 boss king alpha motherfucking commandments. Expert level commandments. Run the program commandments. You ain't getting this shit nowhere else. You go to my Patreon, Dating Right Set, Raw Game. I'm on there. PayPal. Expert level game, PayPal, Keefy, expert level game on IG.
Boom.
All right. Peace, y'all.
Y'all know now where we're going, man.
There is
Come on, that ain't the best intro y'all niggas ever heard in y'all lives right there. That ain't the best intro. I ain't never heard an intro like that before, ever, nigga.
That shit is dope. Straight to the point.
Hey, man. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. We are in Afi's Kingdom, and we are now in the motherfucking underworld with Professor MGTOW, aka Mr. FREEPORT, aka you just gotta let me baptize you right now, man. From now on, Mr. FREEPORT, Professor MGTOW, Mr. Underworld.
I like that title. I appreciate it, man. What's happening with you?
What's going on, man? He's Mr. Underworld, man. He got that shit to the point where ain't nobody fucking with him. I know shit right now. He's with the shit. So y'all don't be scared to hit the super chat either. And I'll get the questions going. So let me ask you this. Let's get the party started with this, man. Give us a top 3 cold underworld story.
Underworld, meaning in the scene or just in a woman as well as an individual?
Just you. Tell me your experience and tell me how you felt about it. Like, what did it make you feel afterwards?
Well, I think the 3 things that showed me, how the underworld shit that red pilled me, and I think I mentioned them a couple of them on the last one, was the teacher who was getting ran through at my college campus by all the football players, because I played ball at a HBCU, and this woman had about 8-9 football players running trains on her. And her shit goes off, her phone goes off, and she's like, oh man, I gotta go. She jumps up because she forgot her little child at the daycare. You know what I'm saying? But my boy who brought her there, he met her at a swinger club. So she was part of that scene. And it carried on outside of the scene into our dorm. So just imagine some 35-year-old, 40, whatever she was, wife getting ran through by a bunch of I was 17 when I was a freshman in college. So, you know what I'm saying? Other dudes there were 17 as well. So theirs wasn't even legal. But she's getting ran through. I mean, raw dicks, pussy, mouth, ass. 2 in the pussy if possible. Like just gutting the chick. Meanwhile, her husband's over there blowing up. Honey, you forgot the kids. Where are you? You know what I'm saying? This is the type of shit that'll red pill you early as hell. You know? And I spoke about the plantation, the plantation race play type underworld scene, because you got to understand, when you say underworld, you're talking about a collective, a community of people who share the same things. And most of the time, they are deviant things, because if they weren't deviant, we could just do it and talk about it normally. So when you're speaking about the underworld, you got to understand there's levels of deviancy. And as humans, with sexuality is so complex, you never truly know how deep somebody goes. And my therapist friend was telling me about the race play one, how this guy was, one of her clients he was a lawyer, graduated from HBCU, very successful, dealt with a lot of black stuff, NAACP, Black Lives Matter. And at the same time, he's a guy that goes to these plantation sex parties and becomes a slave and has guys, white racist guys, fucking him, calling him a nigger and all this shit, and whipping him and his wife while his wife is there. So they're into this shit too. So there's levels to this shit. Like, you can never judge a person's sexuality based on what they present. And this is why I was talking about on my stream this morning about Jack Dawson, how to be a Jack Dawson and why you need to be a Jack Dawson. That it's very important to not be fazed by the pussy, to not go for pussy right away. And that's where guys are fucking up. You know what I'm saying? You have to want to own her soul and her mind before you even get to fuck her. If you're about that. Some guys are not about that. You know, for me it is. So you have to want to understand her and get her to open up to you in every single way so she can divulge all the information that is necessary for you to be able to master her sexually. So you must understand her womb imprint. You must understand her traumas. There's guys that are married to women who don't even know they were molested for 15 years. So, you know, this is all important shit. But I guess that's what we're going to be talking about, you know, when it comes to the underworld, which is the community of sexual deviance, and the dark side, which is the sexual deviancy preference in the individual that makes up the community. So that's what we'll be talking about today.
Right. I feel like a lot of women, like I think guys need to pay attention to what women like and they're attracted to. They like these erotic books and these erotic movies. It's because they pussy wet, man.
Facts. And guys don't care. They really don't care, man. There's so many simps. They're just so happy to get the pussy. They don't fucking care. Because that's the all be for them.
We got Instagram live on here too. What up, Zay? What up, Bias? What up, Man Like? What up, Nomad Slim Dreads? Yeah, it's like see, this is the thing. This is why you have to have a good communication with the woman who you're dealing with. Why? There's things that women will love that they haven't been exposed to. You have to be the one to expose. So
true.
You always go off what women tell you. How they gonna tell you about some shit that they don't know? How they gonna tell you? You know? That's
true.
So you gotta if that's what you gotta expose her to it. You gotta start asking these questions. You start watching certain porn around your chick and see how she reacts to it. Don't be scared to like try to get her to do shit, man. Like a lot of these women, they get like a real like aggressive type shit, man. And you go about things the wrong way. And the reason why she'll meet another cat who's on some other shit and you lose your dick so fast. And you won't understand because you be feeling like I'm a breadwinner. I pay all the bills, take care of the kids. What the fuck did I do wrong? Well, motherfucker, you never do shit wrong. Back to that underworld shit, man. He got turned out. The time you talk back to her because you already fucked up because you let the dynamics of the relationship where it's okay for her to talk back to you. So now she talked back to you. That time that you talked back to her and she left for a day, she met a nigga from the underworld, man. He took her soul.
He took her soul. That's true, man. That's so true. You know, but you made a good point. You said about them having to introduce them to things, put them on things and watch videos and see how she'll react. That's another good way. You know what I'm saying? Make it seem like, you know, put on, if you say you watching porn, you have like a little playlist or something. You know what I'm saying? Make a little playlist and just let certain different type of scenes play. Like you may have a BDSM scene. You may have a whipping scene. You may have some gangbang scene, and you sitting there just watching it with your chick. You know what I'm saying? You rubbing on the pussy at the same time. You physically seeing what's getting her wetter since you touching on her. You know what I'm saying? Because if something not turning her on, you're going to know in her pussy. That's not turning her on, or it might not be of interest. But if some shit got her tweaking under the sheets while you playing with a pussy, you look in the face, you know exactly what's going on, what's turning her on. And, you know, women, they don't always notice because, you know, sometimes it takes a guy to bring that shit. Well, a lot of times it takes a guy to bring them into that culture. You know, women don't just go to swinger clubs out of nowhere. It's some guy introduced her to it. Like even when they get knowledge and she's a so-called woke chick, well, her woke shit was taught to her by another man and she just left that man and carried it on. You know what I'm saying? Because that's what women do. They're like a black widow. You know, a black widow, it injects a fluid, a poison, which sort of liquefies all your intestines, you know, and then they slowly drink it out of you and leave you drained, you know, and this is how the woman is. She slowly takes your essence as a man and just leaves, and you're a shell of who you are after you've been married for 20, 30 years, and you get divorce rate, you're a fucking dead black widow sitting there, you know what I'm saying? That's what they do. It's just a longer game. And so they always take shit from what they learn from other guys and they evolve into a woman who's had so many different experiences, but sexually a lot of people are repressed, you know, so you have to be able to teach them that shit, because this is because a woman has a lot of sex does not mean she's not sexually repressed, because they don't go hand in hand. There's a difference.
Hey, one quick thing. Toxic Crusades, do me a favor, man. Spam Dr. Underworld's fucking that's your job for the day. I appreciate that, man. If you could do that spam and shit, because people gonna keep asking. Ain't looking this shit up. Ain't nothing. Look this shit up. Ain't nothing. Look this shit up. Pretty deep. Man, I just gave you an assignment, man. Don't tell them to look shit up. Just put it in there, fam. You don't gotta do the talking. We do.
Hey, if you guys got questions, man, you ask too, because the way I flow, when you give me some shit to lock on, I can start analyzing and go deeper and deeper and deeper on it. So you get different levels of game, you get depth. But if you ain't asking shit, then I'm just gonna, you know, you're gonna get sort of limited shit. It still may be deep if you ain't never heard it, but you really gonna be missing out. Yeah. So get the super chats up and then ask those questions, man.
Oh, okay. Oh, he said he was talking to them. Yeah, I'm about to say, man, damn. Yeah, because we want to get this shit up there, man. Because we got an expert level game, man. Let me tell you about this underworld shit too. Like, even me, like fucking with these hoes. I remember I had I don't even know if I want to say that. Okay, well. Almost got me. All right, hold on. Let me try to redirect this shit. Hold on, let me see. How did I say it? All right, so I had this girl, and so she was a girl, and so we had a little thing going to where she would we would have little threesomes and shit, right? So, but it was like her job though, like, you know what I'm saying? Like I was like you know, Hellraiser. I was fucking Frank in the basement. I am swag, man. I am swag. I was Frank in the basement and shit. So she just bringing me girls. I'm just at home drinking Kool-Aid and shit. Like she had to have a quota and shit. So we would have threesomes, but like it would have to be like a new one shit every other week. So throughout time and shit. But at the same, so what I'm saying is when I got so used to fucking with her and that, I couldn't even get into regular sex anymore. Like it was hard. I couldn't even produce. Like when you get used to two bitches sucking your dick and one bitch sucking your dick and one bitch sucking your balls and two bitches making your bath for you and shit and one bitch rubbing your feet and another bitch in the kitchen and y'all playing music, singing all the songs and shit. It's hard from doing that and then having a girlfriend.
Facts. Major facts on that shit.
Shout out to the super chat, Will33. How can a brother get into the network at NYC?
You gonna take that one?
Shit. Well, I say this, man. Meet some real professional people and smoke weed with them. That sounds funny, but I'm really telling you because even in my field, everybody fucking smokes weed. You smoke a joint or a blunt with a person, they gonna tell you who they really is, right? So these people in these high places are into this type of shit. Also, they got websites and shit. You don't have to pay, man, but once you get around there and make a name for yourself, man, you'll be on request.
That's very true. And what you said, this has nothing to do with this, but this is something I learned because I used to rap, man. At one point, I was even about to have a TV show with JT Money on CW Network. So I was doing a little rap thing. And I learned a lot of game from fucking with niggas in the streets that I wouldn't have learned anywhere else. And one of the things they told me was how to use weed as a currency. You know what I'm saying? Most people, you know, when you bring extra weed, you become the man. Like weed can be a networking tool, you know, because niggas tend to be, when you're around smokers, they understand motherfuckers tend to be stingy with the weed. You know what I'm saying? But if let's say one guy got a blunt, you know, everybody come with a blunt, and you come with 2-3 blunts, and you just let them smoke up. Them niggas gonna remember like, oh yeah, that's the nigga. When I had a blunt, this nigga had a blunt, the other nigga had a blunt. He came with 3, he let us all smoke. And they gonna be like, shit, nigga, bring that nigga around. So we could be a tool to get access, the same way money can. Because to be honest with you, if you're doing some sales or something, You know what I'm saying? Let's say you selling some cheap shit that's $10, $15. Some niggas would say, shit, give me the weed. Because how they say time is more valuable than money, to some niggas, shit, weed in the time being high is going to be more valuable than $10. I'd rather have the $10 in weed than some damn money. You know what I'm saying? So weed can be used as a currency. And when you said you smoke with some dudes, if you smoke and you're around smokers, bring extra. Don't be a stingy nigga with the weed, man. Real shit. Use the weed as a fucking networking card. And when you smoke with niggas, fucking network by sharing the weed. And it sounds simple, but dog, the psychology of this, you have no idea how many niggas get access into certain areas they normally wouldn't just because they the one with the weed. You know what I'm saying?
Hell yeah, you don't even want to throw the chowder in there. That's a whole other thing. That's a whole thing.
Yeah, but he was. Go ahead.
No, I'm saying that's a whole other thing. That's some super chat past 50 mark thing.
Yeah, you guys get a lot of game, man. And you're not gonna hear this shit. It's not a lot of guys who understand that shit. This is why I fuck with AFI, because he understands it. After he understands the shit on a deeper level. And you know, sometimes I listen to him on, I'm not gonna say whose show, but I listen to him on a panel with like 5, 6 other people. And the person didn't even understand what he was saying. The nigga was dropping deep shit, but because they haven't had these experiences, it ain't deep to them. They don't understand the value of what he's saying. And even a lot of guys in here don't understand the value of what the brother teaches because you haven't had the experiences. So it just sounds like some la la land shit to you. You know, he said about how you get used to, you know, did a certain level of attention from the different amounts of women that it doesn't satisfy you anymore. This would be doing basic shit. Sexually, that's why I haven't had sex in over, 7 months? Because I don't, shit, if I remember a chick I told, she was a bad little bitch too, man. Bitch like Brittany Renner, Brittany Bundles a little bit. And, you know, she wanted to fuck, but I told her no. I still talk to her almost every other day, but I don't fuck her. We just chat because I said she says no too much. I told her, if a woman tells me no sexually to anything, I don't fuck with her because now I have a tolerance for that shit. I want women who are completely submissive with their body, mind, and soul. So if I can't get everything out of you, even if I don't want it, I just don't want to hear no. You know what I'm saying? Because that's telling me you ain't ready. You ain't on my plan. You're not showing me the level of obedience and submission and cooperation that I have been used to as time is going on. But you don't even have to. I don't even have to fuck with the shit. You know what I'm saying? It might be something I have no interest about doing. But if she says no, I'm not fucking with her. Because this is already telling me, look, your mind is not ready to serve. And this is the mentality you guys have. Appreciate that said. Go ahead, man. Y'all get the likes up and get the super chats for the question. Will 33 said, how can brother get into the network in NYC? I'm gonna go get it. You know, like Afi said, you got the sites. You got to get on this shit. You know that these are communities for that. There's swinger communities, fetish communities for it. But from a internal thing, because I like to deal with the internal shit of the man. You know, you have to know what you like. For example, I use a story a lot. When I first started my Micto page, I had my rap page on there. I only had 300 followers. When I said, you know what, fuck this. Let me change this up and start talking shit about the shit I really feel. And once I did that, then I started getting thousands of followers, and I was attracting people who thought like me. So a lot of people don't attract the energy that they really have, or they don't attract like-minded people because they don't put their true mind out there. You know, so if you're chilling with a female and, you know, she's talking about the black woman is God and we're queens and we need to be worshipped, and you a MGTOW misogynist ass nigga who doesn't believe in that, then I don't think you're putting your energy out there. So you're not going to find a proper woman for you. And a lot of guys are doing that. And from a sexual standpoint, the same shit happens. You have to know what you like, be unapologetic about that, and seek women with the same shit. You know what I'm saying? Because the women are going to bring you into, a lot of times the women bring you into these networks. It's not your fellas, because most fellas are fucking blue pill, but it's the women. You know what I'm saying? The same way you can get into following, if you go into a group with a club with 4 women, you're going to get in faster into more clubs than with men. You know what I'm saying? As a club promoter, networker, and all that shit, I would always, sometimes I would pay women to come in. I'll pay you $50 to come in. I'll pay you $50, but you bring 5 of your homegirls. So I might spend $250, pay 5 women $50, and then they'll bring 5 homegirls with them to the club. And now all the niggas are going to be coming in after the woman. And if I'm getting my 30% on the drinks, and the men are buying the women the drinks, that $250 is an investment. This is going to make me money on the end. You know what I'm saying? Because the psychology of how it is. The women have followed the world and the men follow the women. So to answer your question, Will, express what you like. Be real about what you like. Know what you like and find women that like the same shit. And they usually will be already in certain scenes, just quietly. And you just find out a little bit after. But you also have to learn about the woman beforehand, man. Once you become a boyfriend or a husband, it's too late. It's too late. You're not going to find out who she is to start doing all that other shit.
That's what's up. I see a good question. It says, hold on. Okay, this is from Toxic Crusades. It says, Professor MGTOW, what's up with the dark desires and how can you access that part of a woman's mind?
The dark desires, man. Let me give a little intro on the dark desires. The dark desires, when you go in the water, in the ocean, the deeper you go into the water, the darker it is. So darkness is not necessarily, I'm not talking about a necessary spiritual darkness, which means evil or bad, but I'm just saying you're going deeper into the water. And from an esoteric standpoint, we know that water equals the mind, So you're going deeper into her subconscious, into things that really turn her on. And there are some things that she might not even know turns on that are just deep rooted. So when it comes to the dark side desires, the way to get a woman to express these things to you is to have knowledge on the different type of things. You have to know that it's going to be a trauma woman that mostly has the most deviant type desire sexually, so you have to recognize trauma in women, and you capitalize on that. You might say something, well, I can tell by, the way you answer this or the way you move when I touched you here that you may have had some type of trauma. And even if you don't recognize it, most females had trauma. So you can just say something to that effect. And most females have, everybody wants to be a victim. So, oh yeah, I have, then they'll elaborate on that shit, So once the woman begins to elaborate on the traumas, you need to find out how it affects her. Well, how does it, ask her, do you find that it affects you a certain way, positively or negatively, sexually? You got to be a therapist with them. But the rules to it is to never judge. How does a therapist speak to you? He asks them questions so they can divulge the answers and think in themselves. You know what I'm saying? You don't just want to just give closed-in sentences and shit. You want to give a question that makes her think and divulge information. And then you don't judge. You listen quietly. You take notes and you analyze the information. And you use it. You keep storing it up. You never want to judge a woman, man. You don't fucking do it. This is why hoes fuck with pimps and they respect them because they know their nature. They know the nature of women. They're not out there bashing, a pimp is not going to a hoe. Oh, you're a hoe and you suck dick for money. No, they're not doing that shit. He doesn't do anything. He doesn't benefit if he does that because she knows the nature and he knows the nature. They both know the nature. That's why she respects his ass. So you let her know, I know female nature. I understand, a lot of women, I'd be like, I know a lot of women that like to, they like to get slapped. And so she's like, oh, they're into that. And then that might not be her thing, but you find something. So you divulge experiences that you have done or you have experienced, and she's going to feel more comfortable expressing herself to you. You know what I'm saying? You have to snitch on yourself and be vulnerable yourself for her to open up, because that's how women are. They're programmed to avoid shame by any means necessary, because when they are shamed, they're no longer fit into the beehive. And a woman who is excluded from the beehive is a woman that's on the brink of suicide. So to answer your question, be vulnerable. Get her to divulge information without judging. but be able to recognize different type of traumas and how they affect women. You know what I'm saying? You have to have the knowledge of this shit and let her know that you have experience with this. Don't make it seem like you're the type of guy that's going to judge her. Make it seem like it's normal. Like, you know, I'll tell women about, you know, I know the chick who, you know, she likes to get pissed on and she likes to drink piss, and they're like, what? You know, like, you know, it's levels to it. You know, I don't judge. If I'm talking to women, but like, you know, I don't judge. You know, everyone has, I know sexuality is complex and everybody has their thing. So, you know, I respect it. And if I fuck with it, I fuck with it. If I don't, then, you know, we obviously don't cross that line. And when you tell her like that, then she's going to feel comfortable to express. Like, okay, well, women have told him shit and he hasn't snitched on them or made them feel bad. So I can tell him about my shit and said, I'm not getting pissed on in my throat. So, you know, I want simple shit. I can certainly tell him that. So this is how you know, like I have to say, you gotta fucking finesse it. And even if you thinking this is a filthy ass bitch, you don't tell her that. You don't show it on your face. You don't grimace. None of that shit. You take it to the head as if anything, man. It's like, you know, when I played ball, I would get hurt and I would never show it. If I was tired, I would never show it because the game of football to me was psychological. You know what I'm saying? You never let niggas know you hurt. It was always psychology where motherfuckers think that it's just straight up football. You have to be the one that never looks hurt. You never look tired. And that plays into the mindset. So the same applies with the women. You know, did I answer the question, Toxic?
That was an excellent question. Should I give him this extra game, finesse game, real quick, or should I make somebody do a super chat first? Should I just give it to him, or what?
Nah, you gotta get that super chat up, man. You niggas about we only started. You niggas getting eight premium game and ain't enough super chat and no likes, man.
Yeah, man, get the likes, man. You want this? Because I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna answer his because that's a good question right there. How to get into dark desires and shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. So that's somebody do something about it, man. Or else we can. Hey, so since y'all don't want to tell me this, let me tell y'all a secret. I'm gonna tell you a secret too, Professor McTown. This is some funny shit. I was actually mad you missed that one. That was a fire one. We had BOA on here. We had C. Brooke on here, Lawrence. We was going man.
The Brotherhood?
Yeah.
Yeah, I missed that one, man. I was, handling business.
What up, Jamal? So this is the secret. And this is a tip for y'all content creators. So, I'm in Cali, I smoke, so it's not a big deal. But a few past, I had on 4 or 5 years. Since then, it was just like, you wasn't saying that much like you usually do. And then they said, what they say, I thought it was because it was hella people, but when it was just you, BOA, and REDPILL, you still was kind of chill. Yeah, nigga, because I was high as fuck. I was high. No, try. So when you got a show smoking a regular weed, man, I was trying some new shit. Somebody gave me an edible, man. That shit all kicked in. Man, I was high as fuck, man. I was like, damn. I'm glad this motherfuckers gonna have my back, man.
Hey, them edibles will put your ass to sleep, boy. If you play around with them.
I was over here behind the laptop, wounded. Y'all didn't even know.
They kick in slow too, boy. So you might have one, they don't do nothing. 30 minutes later, you have another one. Next thing you know, it hit your ass.
Yeah, man, I was in my chair, listening to y'all, moving. I was like, damn. That don't happen often. The last time that happened was when I was in Amsterdam. That same shit happened. That was for New Year's. So that's a month and 2. Yeah, that was like. Oh shit. Okay, Toxic says. Of course, he want to know. He says, "I've been seeking an extra level game. Come with it." All right. So look, this is the answer to your question. He said, "Yeah, that's a weird moment, King." Yeah, man. King, what's up? I didn't know you was in here. Hold on. This is Toxic Crusade's question. Oh, okay. He said, "What's up with the dark desires? How do you access that part of a woman's mind?" Okay, so this is what you have to do, Toxic Crusades, and whoever's listening. Whatever your desires are, you have to master those desires before you bring them to your prey. You see what I'm saying? That way you're like an expert teacher at that point. when you're teaching and you're so good at showing what you know, motherfuckers will listen and they will try it. But if you try to get some shit going and you don't kind of know what you're talking about, you have to master it. So if like I say, so if you never had a threesome and I put 2 stripper bitches on you, you're not really gonna know what to do. They gonna know what to do. You really not gonna know what to do. Why? Because you ain't have 2 advanced hoes before at one time. So whatever it is you're trying to do, you gotta master it before you teach it. Because that's what you're basically doing. When you're putting your bitches on the shit, you're teaching them. You have these ideas of what you have these ideas in your head of what you want her to do. So now you're leading by instruction for her to do. You see what I'm saying?
Facts.
So that's how you do it. Who taught you that? Go ahead, man.
They ain't gonna get it elsewhere, man. You know, there was a comment. It was 2 comments. King Solomon, he said, "I hate to run into these trauma holes, always telling me about some fucked up shit happened when they're kids. I don't really want to hear it." And I understand that. You know, I've had this debate a lot with people. You know, the trauma girl, because I always say I like the trauma girls. You know what I'm saying? For me, the trauma girl is gold, but you have to be like man say an expert level at knowing yourself and being able to mold a woman. You know what I'm saying? There is no unicorn. Unicorns are made. You create the unicorn. So the reason why niggas don't find unicorns because they can't mold a woman.
Come on.
You know, some guys can mold a woman and they get unicorns and a woman do everything they need for them. You know, so their experiences are different. You know, but the reason why I like the trauma girl is because a healthy-minded woman is going to think that she has all her shit in order, you know. So she's going to look for a man. Oh, he can't really tell me this because, you know, she's healthy, and healthy women are rare, first of all, you know. But let's say she has a father that loved her, and they're married 30, 40 years. She's going to have a different outlook and going to feel like, you know what, I don't need to hear the bullshit you're talking about. I know my worth and this and that and that. That's going to be her attitude. But a trauma chick, and as I use it, a trauma chick is like an egg. You know, I remember I'll give you guys a story. I remember, you know, I had to have a bakery business with my sister, and I remember my mother was first teaching me how to make cakes from scratch. And, you know, I put the eggs in, and she said, well, don't do that. You don't crack the egg into the pot. You crack the egg into a separate pot, so if the egg is spoiled, it doesn't ruin the whole batch of batter that you're making. You know what I'm saying? So that's why you crack the egg on one little small pot, and then you pour that egg right back into your main container with the cake batter. Now I'm going to use that to say, when an egg is cracked, you're able to see the content. Sometimes you have an egg that might come out red. Sometimes you have an egg with a baby little chicken in there. You know, it's all type of anomalies and shit. But when you crack the egg, you can see what's inside. And a woman that has trauma is a. So if you're able, evolved man, and you know the game, you can recognize trauma. You can recognize how to mold a woman and what she needs based off her traumas. Because as men, we create the woman, we mold them. No woman comes to the table ready to be for you. It doesn't work that way. You have to mold the bitch, and for some reason, niggas think they're gonna find a perfect woman. You create unicorns. You create a perfect woman for you. All right. So when you see her traumas, you see her cracks, then you're able to look and see what you have. When you have a healthy woman, you can't always look and see what you have. And that's why I like the trauma woman, because I see more, I can see what she can't see through her cracks. So I don't have to worry about putting her into the batch. Oh, it's going to spoil. I know exactly what I got. You know what I'm saying? And even though she doesn't know it. So when I'm dealing with a trauma chick, I'm telling her, yo, this happened. And she's like, damn, how did you know? When I can, you know, I just happened, you know, I can tell by reading you. So now she's already and fully evolved in what I'm saying, because I'm telling her more about herself than she knows. And she's like, damn, that's, you know, that's real. A healthy minded chick, she ain't going to say that. She's going to feel like, nigga, what the fuck, you know, I don't have any traumas, this and that, you know. And the trauma girls has voids. So you're able to fill the voids. A healthy girl doesn't have, she's a puzzle that's already put together. You know, when a girl with trauma, she's a puzzle with missing pieces. So you can create pieces of yourself and input them into that puzzle piece and complete her. So that's why I like the trauma girl, because they have a foundation on which you can build and customize her. You know what I'm saying? They're customizable when a healthy chick is not.
That was fire fucking game, man. Fire fucking game right there for y'all and China White and what's my boo over there, Keisha on Instagram. And you too. I'm gonna hook you up and cancel that shit. Yeah, man, but I want y'all to get some good questions in the chat. But I will elaborate on what you said. Is very important. Guys that are looking for the unicorns and shit like that. But when you're looking for a woman, you gotta realize and learn yourself, man. A lot of cats, they don't learn themselves. What they try to do is they get a woman to complete them. They feel like once they obtain a woman and she's beautiful and they live together and all that type of shit, that they're gonna be happy, man. And it's not that, man, because what's gonna happen is she's gonna feel that she's filling your void. So you're gonna be all insecure and needy and shit. Then she's gonna drop your fucking ass. And then you're not gonna learn from this shit. So then you're gonna fuck with another bitch and the same shit gonna happen again. And the same shit gonna happen again. Then you're gonna be MGTOW. Then you're gonna be screaming that you hate these hoes, not playing MGTOW, going your own way. And really just saying you wanna kill bitches and shit like that, man.
Facts.
You need to be a player about this shit. You know what I'm saying?
That's true, man. It's yeah, you know, I honestly feel like 98% of men don't know themselves. And that might seem like a large number, but I honestly, when I look at it through my lenses, the niggas, you, me, the niggas on your panels, the niggas in these chat rooms and these we are fucking not. We outside the matrix, man. We out there with Neo and shit while billions of niggas are still locked into the matrix. So you niggas understand that, like, you know, you out here on your own for most cases, you know what I'm saying? When you get expert level game, nigga, your circle gets smaller and smaller. And they say it's lonely at the top because niggas ain't at the top mentally. You know, everybody's still enslaved. So you learning shit that niggas don't have access to, and you're gonna be in a world of your own.
That's crazy, man. Your circle really does get smaller because people, they don't understand it. They feel like you're just saying some shit. But it's the real. If I feel like if anyone really evaluates the experiences they have in their life, they could connect this red pill shit to negative results that they had.
Right.
You know, making sense. So like, yeah, if just the blue pill thinking, knowing the red pill shit, knowing how things are and how they should be, and just being able to evaluate certain situations. When you look back in retrospect, you'll be like, hell yeah, fuck yeah. Like, hell no, I did that. That's why sometimes even me, sometimes I be like, shit, I don't blame her. That was some cat shit.
Yeah. Trust you, man. One of my biggest regrets, I learned, you know, when your parents say, if you just be honest, you tell us the truth, it won't be as bad. But niggas still lie. You know, I was like that. I used to lie to bitches and cheat and this and that. And I learned later on that I got more from being honest. So my regrets is that I just didn't believe that shit earlier. I could have got a whole lot more out of women from being honest early on, knowing the red pill, rather than lying to them, devaluing myself. Who cares if I fucking cheated? I should have told the bitch, yeah, I cheated. I told you to get on birth control so I can bust in that pussy freely. And the other bitch on birth control, so I'm gonna fuck with her and she smoke weed. You don't. You know what I'm saying? But this is the reason why I'm cheating. Sometimes it's as simple as that. This bitch, when I go fuck with her, she's smoking weed. I can put X pills up her ass. She turned into an animal. You conservative, you don't drink, you don't smoke, and if I'm nutting you, it's gonna be pressure. So I'm gonna fuck the other bitch. Sometimes it's as simple as that. But you're lying about the shit for nothing. When a nigga should have just been honest.
Hey, I got two things I want to say. The first thing is I remember when I first started being honest with the chicks. is when I was watching Flavor of Love. See his game everywhere. That's who taught me that shit, nigga.
Flavor Flav?
Flavor Flav taught me that shit, man. Because I would always have bitches and shit like that, just separate bitches. They got a bitch over here, bitch over here, bitch over here, whatever. Like that type of regular shit. But when I seen him and I was watching that shit, and you know, he was in the house with like 20 hoes. So I was just watching and observing how he would be playing the hoes against each other. And how he would be fucking with one bitch, and then the other bitch is like, oh yeah, I'll pick you for the date. So then everybody know he went on a date with this bitch, and you know. So when I seen that, I'm like, man, I'm gonna start trying to introduce the rotation to each other, and that should work. But I got the idea from that show. I got the idea from the show, and then like really, like you can't. When you do that type of shit, you cannot see niggas. This is where y'all fuck up at. This is where y'all fuck up. Let me tell y'all what. Let me spark one. Let me tell you how y'all fuck up. Because this is what happens. This is what happens. This is the underworld. This is what happens. So they got a girlfriend, right? So they have a girlfriend, and then what happens is they have a girlfriend. Then they break the threesome shit into their shit. So now they're having threesomes. So the dude tries to make them both of his bitches, but the dynamics is different. It really don't work. One bitch is your bitch. Your bitch gonna get jealous of the side bitch. The side bitch want to be the main bitch. So you gotta really have finesse game in order for that to happen. But when you have, so leverage is when you have two separate chicks that you haven't sealed. You don't seal the deal with either of them. You rolling with one, you rolling with the other one. You introduce them at a time when they're not fully invested. That way their investments start at the same time. And then they compete with each other.
Right.
And then they got the same time in. So that way, so that's how you get two girlfriends.
That makes sense.
You don't get a bitch and then have a threesome and then try to make that your bitch too. No, that other bitch got her whole other life, nigga she fuck with. That her shit don't go with y'all shit. You know what I'm saying?
Facts, man. Hell yeah, that's true right there. And I like that you were able to pick up the red pills are everywhere, but niggas are not picking it up. Like, you know, all of us don't watch that. I never even peeped that shit. You know what I'm saying? I didn't absorb any game from Flavor Flav because I was just over there watching the shit as entertainment, and that was the problem. But you was able to observe some life changing shit for you.
Yeah. Because
you were viewing it from not just entertainment but education.
I try to get it everywhere, man.
They out there, they out there, and niggas be, man. You see some normal shit. The Jeff Bezos, nigga, bitch, what, $30 billion or something like that, $60 billion. Yeah. I mean, if that's not a red pill, I don't know what the hell is.
Well, no. See, this is I'm about to give y'all some fire ass game again real quick. See, now I'm on the road. So this is the thing. This is where y'all fuck up at again. Let me tell y'all how y'all be fucking up. This is the trick. This is the key to this shit. If you master yourself first, become a complete person. I mean, accomplish your goals, your dreams, travel the world, do shit for your family, everything that connects happiness to you. Do all of that shit first. You do all of that shit first. So then, excuse me. So then, when you're that invested in yourself, and you meet a woman, the kind of demeanor and like leadership skill. Do y'all realize what kind of confidence you have as a man when you're a complete person and you meet someone? When you're a completed person and you meet someone, there is no thirst. Like, you're a complete person already.
I don't think they're hearing you, man. I don't think you niggas hearing them.
Let me stop, man. Y'all don't get it. I'm fucking. Y'all want to hear that dumb shit? How
to hit bitches on the first date type shit.
Yeah, man. Shame on y'all niggas, man. Let me get a question. Give Mr. Underworld a question, man. I'm pissed off, man.
My man said he said about the X pill. I'm looking at some of these comments. Now the X pill, I'm something try. Now I've experimented with a lot of shit, bro, and I can say one thing: it is impossible for a woman. Can you guys hear me? Because somebody said it was low. Were y'all talking about me?
I can hear you fine.
He said, "Oh, about the X pill stuff and all that." I'm done. Drug sex is some crazy shit, but there is no way for a woman to replicate a man's logic. But a man can replicate the emotions that a woman feels through drugs. So we can feel what they feel depending on the drugs you do. You know what I'm saying? If you do DMT or something, you might feel some emotional shit that you've never felt before. Because I never, women are emotional, this and this and that. But I once felt what it was like one time when I was on Molly and ecstasy. And I remember just the feelings inside of me I've never felt as a man before. And I learned through that combination of Molly and ecstasy that you're able to be in tune on a deeper level than normally. You know what I'm saying? So you know what females feel like when they're overwhelmed with emotions. And it's positive emotions because it's obviously during having sex. But just to know what it's like to be overwhelmed with your emotion, we can figure that out as men through drugs. Experience and so okay, I know. So you're able to connect with the woman more and be able to sort of not just sympathize, but actually empathize with a certain feeling because you understand, okay, she's truly feeling what I felt that day. When you're overcome by emotion, and a lot of guys don't even, a lot of guys might never feel what that's like to be a woman, and they'll never feel what it's like for us to be men, the amount of logic we have when it comes to decision making. But you can, through drugs, feel the feelings of a woman, at least temporarily, and it gives you insight into their, I guess, their mindset. So I just want to throw that out about the pill shit, because I done all type of shit, man. Back in my young days, nigga was out there reckless, but nigga, drug sex is a motherfucker. I mean, I was talking about it today on my stream, talking about how if you guys are familiar with Aleister Crowley, when I was first rapping, I had a song with Briscoe, who was signed to YMCMB at the time under Lil Wayne. And, we were talking about the music industry and how it's like satanic and shit. And he was saying how a lot of the artists read the Aleister Crowley books, you know what I'm saying? So he put me on a book. I'm like, shit, I didn't believe in the spirit and all that. I'm like, shit, if this is what the niggas are reading, the Aleister Crowley books, I'm going to read it. So I had all the Aleister Crowley books, Sex Magica and all type of, Satanist Bible and all type of shit. I know it sounds crazy, but this is how I just learned a lot of shit, you know what I'm saying, about the world we live in. And when in that book, the Sex Magica thing he had, you understand how sex is used for the darkness. It's so powerful that sex can be used as a portal to bring in demons, depending on what type of spells and all type of shit. Like this really goes on. And if sex can be used for darkness in that way, what do you think it can be used for in light? You know what I'm saying? Like sex is powerful as fuck. And when you mix drugs with it, it becomes a spiritual shit.
Ooh, you giving it to him. Shout out to Red Pill Holiness. He said behind the curtains for the super chat. See Boogie Productions just showing love. Can't make it tonight, but peace, King. Peace out to you, King, man. We'll link up. Just let me know. Yeah, man.
Niggas say black magic expert level game is expert level. Yeah, that's deep. Y'all niggas ain't even ready for that.
Can you hear me? Cause they making it seem like they can't hear me. You can hear me, can't you?
Yeah, I hear you.
Yeah, I don't know. And niggas in the chat responding to me. So whatever, whoever hear this.
He can't hear the other guy. He talking about me.
I can hear you fine too.
No, I can't hear the other guy.
Cause I think they both said they couldn't hear us both at one point. But fuck it, we flowing because people reacting to what we saying. So some people hearing it. So some people shit's fucked up. Our shit is cool.
Yeah, they commenting, so somebody got to be hearing. Nigga, turn your volume up, bro, because I'm on the fucking Bluetooth, nigga.
Yeah,
This the Bose.
This is what Dr. Underworld. This is what happened. Let me tell you what happened. So they used to jacking off right with the earphones on. They don't want their mama to hear them, so they low. You got to put the volume back up. They got it on. They got it on jack off level, nigga. That's why.
Yeah, but that black nigga, we can do a whole series on that dark shit. But you know, I don't like to really talk. The niggas get crazy when you start talking about spiritual shit. Start thinking you crazy, but nigga, I learned a lot of shit with that Aleister Crowley and all that Satanism and sex magic. If, like I said, if you can bring demons and open portals with sex, nigga, what you think you can do with a bitch?
Don't y'all remember the Charles Manson shit? He with the orgies and shit, nigga. That was the sex orgy fucking cult. He had them bitches. He had finesse game. He didn't even kill those. He didn't even kill the movie stars and shit with them. He had the bitches go do it. It had his bitches try to start a race war and shit. See, y'all don't know this fucking shit. Y'all need to read some more, man.
Yeah, man, that nigga, that's the. I was thinking about this, my homie. What's that nigga?
What up, team?
Damn, what's that nigga? Nature Boy? I was saying, look, if Nature Boy can grab some bitches from America and take them out to the jungles, you know what I'm saying? That's the power of a man. Like, the power of a man, you got the ability to change a woman's God. And that's how I think. That's why I value myself. Like, bitch, if a bitch don't see the value of me, I feel bad for her. You know, I'm like, damn, God sent you a gift just now. You ain't recognize it because, nigga, every chick I fuck with, she left Christianity when I was done with her. She got woke. I changed her God, man. Straight up. So this is the power of a man. Like, you literally could change her God and belief system, and yet niggas just focus on pussy. Undervaluing themselves.
Why are you doing that? Please talk about I know women who do spells on men they're sleeping with. Uh-oh.
Who said that?
China White said that.
Yeah, a woman said it. Man, I got some stories on that too. Man, I sort of want to hear that, man.
What's that?
But niggas sleep.
They tell you how you say it? Nothing got to they tell you. I know some of that shit, man. Hey, I had y'all want a story time?
Let's get it. You gotta get the super chat up though.
Hey, super chat for this story time, man. I ain't never told this one. Maybe I don't like it, but it got to do with this voodoo shit, right? With a bitch.
That's the shit niggas need to be paying to learn because this is shit that's affecting them. They don't even realize.
Yeah, man. I was young, man. I was young doing hella shit, man. I was young. I was young, man. I was just thinking, I was a child being exposed to all this nonsense.
Hell yeah.
I'm from the West Indies, and I can tell you messing with that shit comes back to bite you in the ass, too, cold motherfuckers. Story time. Y'all ain't asking for it. Everybody got to check in for the story time or do it. Let's play the numbers game. We going to start at ones. 1, 2, 3, man. We got to get to 20, man. It's 45.
Get it. Brand new story. Ain't never been told before. And it's dealing with the voodoo black magic shit, man. You niggas don't, none of you niggas don't know about that shit. I'm Haitian, bro. Trust me. That shit is real. There was man, let me find this shit right quick, man, because you niggas be thinking it's all bullshit, man. Let me find this little thing right quick.
Hey, y'all know I'm a commander, right? Y'all know I'm a fucking commander and shit like Star Trek. I'm like fucking Captain Kirk and shit. Y'all know that fucking shit? Y'all didn't know that. Y'all didn't know I was like fucking Captain Kirk. I'm gonna show y'all how I'm like Captain Kirk though. Y'all niggas don't believe me. They don't believe me. They don't believe me, Dr. I don't know what's wrong with me.
Hey, you listen to Nas?
Yeah, I listen to Nas.
Alright, there was this old song. I got all the Nas shit, but it was You're the Man. There was 2 versions. If you have the album now, I think it was Stillmatic. If you have the album now, this version is not on here. but this was the original version. And then the label sued his ass, or they were going to sue him, so he had to take it off because he was given too much of the elite game. But in the original version, he says, sex with death, indulge in these women, vision my own skeleton swimming in eternal fire, broads playing with pentagrams in their vagina, like the exorcist, then they gave birth to my seeds. The point I want you niggas to focus on is the broads playing with pentagrams in their vagina. When China White said spells with sex, this is very real, man. And you niggas are sleeping. They made him take that shit out for a reason. But when you think of a Kim Kardashian, man, why them niggas be hooked up over Kim Kardashian? Them Kardashian sisters, broads playing with pentagrams in a vagina. What up, partner?
Beam me up, Scotty. I told y'all niggas already. Shout out to St. Macalicious.
Peace, everybody. Peace.
What up, brother?
Hey, yo, you was talking my talk, man. So I asked Alfie to link me in, man. Like, yeah, now we talking my talk, man. That spiritual shit, man. Y'all gotta realize, man, when y'all come and approach these chicks, y'all gotta realize y'all interacting with spirits, man. That's why nowadays, like, I know what I like, so I look for a nice slut or whatever the case may be, so I can feel that type of energy. But I say that to say, man, like, dudes ain't on that level, man. They still stuck on how they look, you know, what type of brand clothes they wearing, and you know how their haircut is. Like, it's deeper than that, man. I heard you talking about that Haitian voodoo stuff. Like, come on, man, don't get me started with that.
Hell yeah, man. Let them know we both zoned out here. Let them know.
Hey, yo, all right, boom. I'm gonna start off by saying this. I the way I grew up, man, if I have any type of issues, you know what I'm saying, like, you know, I mean, I'm talking about besides street stuff, man, you know, besides, you know, stuff like that. Let's say I have a problem at work. You know what I mean? I go to my mom's, you know what I'm saying, say XYZ, all she says is write their names down right here. Let me tell you something, man. I was in a situation, I wrote a few names down. Let's just say I don't even see those people anymore. Okay? So that shit is real, man.
Very real, man. And niggas, the problem, niggas don't have the experience. That's what everything. If they don't have the experience, they don't have anything to compare it to. So when you have experiences, like most of us, you know, we've seen some shit. We went through some in a relationship and we type it in and you saw a video and then you can compare what you hear to what you've been through. But when you don't have nothing to compare to, it sort of doesn't seem as powerful. So niggas are sleeping right now. But this is part of the underworld too. The dark side shit. This is what it is.
Hey yo, me. See, like I always emphasize, man, I ain't really on here to be talking about bitches and all that stuff. So I got a little story time and ain't got nothing to do with bitches, man. It's all about how I got my job and where I'm at today. So after I went to school for the job that I do now, you know what I'm saying, I applied to maybe like 50 different positions, and they would always say, you need experience before we can hire you. So basically, I was stuck in a rut. So I end up seeing this, for lack of a better term, a shaman, and dude tell me to do, you know, XYZ activities in order for me to get what I want. Let's just say, after I did what that shaman told me to do, the day after, I had a friend of mine call me, tell me about they had positions offered at their hospital. Then I had a former classmate call me, offer me a position at the hospital that she worked at, and I told her, I said, look, I applied there at least 2 times, and they denied me twice. She said, don't worry about it. Give me your resume, and you all good. Faxed them my resume. Next day, got an email from the vice president. 2 days later, got an interview. Now I'm at that same job that I've been working in for 5 years. So I say all that to say, before I did and saw the shaman, I applied to 50 different places, man. The day after I did what he told me to do, matter of fact, I go even further. I go even further, man. So I get the job. Now we got to go through, you know, physical examination. So I go to the health services, and I'm sitting there, you know, waiting to get my urine test, all nervous or whatever. And there was a black chick sitting next to me, older black chick. She might have been in her early 60s. Out of nowhere, she just looked at me and she said, don't worry, baby. You're going to be here for as long as you want to leave, you're going to leave. Yo, all this shit I've been through in the 5 years of my job, man. You know what I mean? Them accusing me of being aggressive, too masculine, or whatever the case may be. I always go back to what that lady told me out the blue. Yo, you're gonna leave this job when you want. So with that being in my head, with everything all the bullshit they try to throw at me, listen, man, I've never been written up, suspended, verbals, none of that shit. You know what I mean? Because I stand on the ground that, yeah, I'm here because I want to be here, man, and I'm gonna get the fuck up out of here when I feel like it. And that was told to me by the spirits, man. And that's the point I'm telling you, man. There's a different world to this, man. It's not just the physical. It's the metaphysical side to this too, man. And that's where my wave is at. That's how I'm moving, navigate through this planet, man, through this dimension, through this plane, through whatever you want to call it, man.
That's some real shit. That's some real shit. Shout out to Amir for the super chat, man. I appreciate you, fam. Appreciate you in attendance and getting this game. Let me tell y'all this little quick story time. It's an old school teenage story time, man. But at the same time, it's just kind of funny. Just being grown, looking at teenagers now and shit, comparing how they shit is to me. So at the time, I was like, story time. At the time, I was like, I was like 19. So I was like 19, and I had a bitch that was like 17. But throughout my years, right, so I used to stay in this house, and it was a bitch, right? She was grown. At the time, maybe she was like 20. She used to say she had shit on the daycare. So this bitch was looking at me out the window and shit all the time and shit. And that was for years. I would see this bitch just looking out the window, seeing this fucking bitch with these deep ass eyes and shit. Used to stare at me. She was a grown ass lady though, so I was like, whatever. So I guess I got old enough. The bitch had been watching me so long that the bitch knew when I was old enough. Right? So the bitch. So she come talk to me one time, right? So she talked to me, she bring me in her house, and then she gets to telling me how she seen me grow up and all this shit. And I'm kind of like weirded out by it. So she take me up to a room, man. She take me up to a room because I seen a daycare before, but I never seen the rest of the house. She take me to a dark room. It's like a dark fucking satanic fucking room or some shit. He doing that the shit I just said. That's how I know it because she did that. Then she had these cards and shit. She was fucking trying to like read my fucking brain and shit in my hand, and he was doing cocaine and chanting and fucking doing all kind of weird shit. Whatever, right? Yeah, man. I've been seeing this bitch for like 5-10 years, and then this is my first interaction with her. And then she talking about how she had these creations and how she was gonna put TVs on pants and all kind of weird shit. I was out. So after she sucked my dick, I didn't even want to fuck no more. So I never did fuck. You gotta at least get some head. I did all this shit. Fuck that. You see it.
Yeah, that ain't the womb you want to enter.
Yeah, man. So after that, so she got mad because I didn't want to talk to her no more. So this bitch used to stalk me, nigga. This bitch used to just be across the parking lot, just staring at shit. And one time I was in the car with my bitch. This bitch was following us. We started speeding up. She started speeding up. She's 17, I'm 19. She's looking at me like, what kind of fuck type of shit you got going on? Ain't that the lady on the corner? I'm like, man, I don't know what time it is, man.
That's some scary shit, dog. You got to hit the gun store on that ass.
Yeah, she matter of fact, she the one. Well, see, that was my first experience with her because I ended up dealing with her later on in life. After that experience, I just said that she put me onto the Craigslist and the escort and all that shit because she was fucking with that shit. You know what I'm saying? That's how come she got that house.
All right.
Now these bitches have these houses they sell pussy. Y'all don't even know.
I used to drive bitches like that, like bitches that sold pussy on Craigslist. I would drive for them to different places, so I learned a lot of game like that too. You know, even though I'm a MGTOW guy, I'm obviously not the prototypical one who avoids women and fuck robots. I believe you get all your game from women, man, and the more traumatized or fucked up a woman is, the more you're gonna learn about women. What's to learn about a healthy person? If you got a healthy bitch, which is rare, you don't need to learn shit from her. A healthy woman is when you can be a simp, and she embraces that. So if you can't be a simp, then she's not a healthy woman, because simping when you think about it, a man bringing flowers and he's texting her every day. This is shit that attracts a healthy woman. Only a damaged bitch doesn't want that. So that tells you how many healthy women are out there.
I was gonna say that's rare. Them healthy bitches is rare, man. Them healthy bitches is rare.
Hey, it be them same ones that be doing shaking their twerks and shit on the videos and shit. Be saying it ain't a good man. They do that fucking fuckery.
Man, I was blasting on holes today on the page, man. But you drop some real shit, and we talking about. I wasn't even trying to really get into this dark side magic talk, but like I said, we're talking about the dark side, and there's levels to it. Like I said before, the dark side in Underworld, to me, it's about the subconscious and the mind. And the deeper you go in the water, the darker it gets. You know what I'm saying? So there are levels to this shit. Exactly. It ain't just about a bitch wanting to be spanked. You know what I'm saying? There's bitches that put spells. I knew a chick, a white girl, who slept with over 2,000, and all she sleeps with black men, with over 2,000 men. And, you know, she was telling me, I didn't know all this shit at first, but something about her seemed a bit off. She's a professional chick, makes $200K, very attractive. You would never know she even fucks with black dudes. But she's the one that told me that she had an abortion sleeping with the Satanist, a pastor at the Satan church, and he put a hex on her pussy. So she puts, as a white woman, when black guys sleep with her, they get spells put on them.
See?
You know, and she's willingly doing this. And, you know, she sleeps with all type of guys. She's a nympho, but I've never slept with her. Because her energy and my energy wouldn't match. And eventually she told me, something kept me from sleeping with you, you know? And she's like, you know, and she told me about that Satanist story. I said, look, man, God had me protected.
Yo, hey, yo, Freeport, when we were talking about this earlier, like I said, I have ways to protect myself against these quote-unquote demons, man. You got to protect your spirit, man. But a lot of these dudes are not even on that level where they're even thinking about their spirit self, man. Nowadays, I don't even go after chicks necessarily that physically attract me. They have to physically attract me and spiritually attract me, man. I'm not saying she got to be a religious person, whatever the case may be. But when I look in her eyes, that'll really determine whether or not I'm sticking my dick in her or not.
Facts. And spirituality is not religion, man. Religion pulls you away from spirituality. That's what a religion is created for. Look, if they want to control human population, talking about the elites, they need non-spiritual people. Therefore, religion is created to give you the emotions of spirit while not actually having the power of spirit. That is the purpose. So when niggas say, man, I ain't really with all that religious shit. If you think spirituality is religion, then you a dumb nigga, man. You don't understand the shit.
You bugging. And that's the level I'm on, man. When I started my channel, like, I started with the red pill stuff, but like I told people, it was this post about, the spiritual aspects of things that really got me open. Like, okay, there's actually somebody else out there that's thinking and seeing things the same way that I am, man. Like I told people earlier today offline, like there's times where I smash chicks and I look in their eyes as I'm smashing them, and I seen a demon. I'm keeping it 100, and it was FREEPORT's post. I forgot what he posted, but he posted something similar to that, and I was like, oh shit, I'm not bugging, man, because when I told my close friends, they looking like, yo, what you talking about? You smoking too much? You do this thing. I'm like, nah, my nigga. Like, I think I have the power of discernment. And there's times when I'm telling you, there's times when I meet a person and I can already tell, all right, you're not all right. Especially looking at it, I'm telling you, fellas, look at the chick eyes, man. But you won't know what you're looking at until you know who you are, man. Like I said before, look in the mirror. Get to know who the person in the mirror is first. And you'll be able to discern everybody else around you, man. We all really not that different, man. But everybody else don't know who they are, so that's the problem.
You saucy that first IG phone conversation we had on. You were such a character.
Word up, man.
Man, you niggas don't even. I don't think these niggas even understand. And it's a shame there's only 41 niggas in there. How many likes you see on this shit? Because I only see 3. Maybe my YouTube need to be updated. I hope it ain't just 3 likes.
Nah, let me check it out. Let me check my other phone. Hold on. Let me pull my other shit
Ain't
up.
no way it's this 3 like, cause nigga, I'll in this shit, jump all this shit. Y'all niggas disrespectful as hell, nigga. Can't be 3 likes.
20.
Nah, I see.
Number
Hold
one,
on, let me
all my
see.
streams are fucking good
I
streams.
see 31 likes. I got on my joint
Okay.
31. I got
Okay.
31.
Not just
My shit fucked up.
all of them are good. Like it.
Word.
Oh,
Yeah, you got Afi in the build. You got Afi on here. You
I want
got
to keep
Freeport
that
on here,
going
man.
tonight. We on the road.
Straight game, man. Straight fire.
We on
But
the
where
road.
else he gonna get this shit though? And other niggas are not operating on this level, man. This is why I fuck
It's
with you
kind of like
guys.
what I said before, man. Maybe some people ain't equipped with the software to get this new update, man. They just not built for this shit. We'll talk because there's too many times people in my circle, I tell them what it is. I give them with the facts. You know what I'm saying? I give them with experiences. I give them everything they need to come to a logical and a reasonable conclusion. And they still stuck on stupid, man. I feel like they can't get it. They don't got the equipment to pick it up, man. Digest it.
It's pretty sad, man. It's pretty sad.
Hey, that's life, man. Everybody can't be the same. You know what I mean? It's got to be differences. And we just have to accept that, people that think and speak like us are different from the average. That's
And
cool. They're
definitely
a
rare.
minority. Yeah, I was gonna say
A
minority.
major
What we say?
minority, man. Major
What,
minority.
3%? What you saying? 3%?
Nah, bro. I say 3%. 3% of men are alphas and value themselves. But when we talk about knowing this knowledge, a lot of alpha men don't think about no spirituality. They don't look with the spiritual lenses. We talk
That's a
about
fact.
less than 0.5%, maybe a third of a percent, 0.3%. Is that critical? And we're talking about America because in other cultures they know this shit. Eastern Indian, that's why they made in ancient Eastern cultures, they paired people based off their zodiac, their horoscope, their love language. And these are the things why they can arrange a marriage and they be married for 50, 60 years and never divorce. But when you're looking for love, you divorce because love is nothing. Love is, it's like fiat currency. It's
Love
built
is a
on
hormone.
nothing.
It's a feeling. Love is a hormone. It's a feeling, man.
Exactly.
That shit comes and goes. But yeah, man, when I talk about the spiritual and the, you know what I'm saying, you call it the underworld, I could call it the other side or whatever you want to call it. Like I go as far as when I wake up in the morning, I think about where I'm parking for my job before I even get there. Because I envision it already and I already know it's gonna be there. Guess what happens? Once I get up in the area, guess who's pulling out a parking spot once I get up on the block? That's what I'm on, man. And that's what I be on when I say people got to get their mindset right, man. You really are the director of your life.
But you know what that does for you? It gives you trust and confidence in your mind and your intuition. So you trust your mind's abilities. Most guys haven't even tested their mind's abilities like that.
They don't even know.
I never even did that. So now I got to start doing that just to practice and trust. I never even thought about that.
Yep. You gotta think about it, and you have to have the emotion of think about it, believe it, and have the emotion that it already happened.
Hey, nigga, I do that shit, fam. I already know.
Thank you.
I always say shit that's gonna happen before it happens to the point where I just practice doing it. Just to
Yes.
Wait a minute.
Yes.
I just practice doing it. I just practice doing it just to see. Oh, I didn't even make that happen right there. I didn't even make that happen, but it did. Oh, all of the time.
And then you could apply that with women. Like I said, when you go holler at a chick or you talking to a chick, you could already predict or see in the future what's already gonna happen. Nigga, and all you gotta do is just take the steps to get there.
Nigga, my results happen first. I'm just thinking about
exactly.
That's true.
Thank you. It's already happened in your head.
One day or 2 weeks. That's all we doing. That's as far as it goes.
Yeah. That's a fact. That's funny you say that because I remember having a conversation with my mans. It was a few years ago. I was dealing with a chick for 10 days, yo. And I'm up in this nigga's basement like, yo, fam, it's been 10 days. Yo, I seen it like 3 times. I ain't smashed it, yo. Like, am I bugging for wanting to cut this shit off? Like, he's like, what you mean? I'm like, yo, my nigga, like, let's really think about it. Like, that shouldn't be a problem for not smashing a chick. I mean, for an average dude, but I realized from what I'm accustomed to, at 10 days, I'm like, nah, I feel like I'm wasting my time at this point. And she ain't willing to throw me the pussy at this point after 10 days, it's a problem. And that's when I started realizing, yeah, I think a little different than the average person, man.
That's true. That's true. And for me, it's
10 days,
it's
fam.
different.
That's a
Every
week and a
woman is
half.
different.
Hey,
I know.
can I enter the dog face real quick? Can I enter the dog face? I'm shitting. Hey,
Yeah, but you ain't gonna get this on ARC shit though. Niggas gonna talk about, you're not gonna get it on Alpha Male Strategy, you ain't gonna get it on ARC, you ain't gonna get it on Shay. It's not gonna happen, man.
Nah, that's a fit act. That's a fit act.
This is let me tell you how deep it is. This is a new red pill movement, right? To the point where look how this is what I wanted to do anyway from the gate, man. So I was telling Dr. Underworld, I gotta say on fresh
Dr. Underworld, aka, right?
Yeah, that's just the wave. When he comes, the shadows come. That's him. Shadows come over when he comes in the spot. That's why the Tales from the Dark Side comes first. You missed the beginner. I had to play the 10 Boss King Commandments first. That was the intro to this, just to set the tone for it. You feel what I'm saying?
Tales from the Dark Side. I like that.
Yeah, man. That whole. So back to my point. So look how deep he is. So look, because there's hella content creators, whatever, right? But look how deep our branch has become, and everybody is hard though. Look, okay, so look, I'm counting with my fingers, and then if I stall out, then you can remind me too. Red Pill, Dr. Underworld, Lawrence, Voodoo, Book of
C Books,
Book. Who I'm missing? That's 7 right there. A-Game, he coming out soon. Boo, him.
You could throw in Steph is Cold.
Steph, hell yeah, Steph is in there. That's 9. Everybody hard though.
Yes, sir.
Then we got Black Ram Connection. Godfather. Matter of fact, y'all niggas tune in because I'm gonna be on Black Ram interview tomorrow. Ooh, y'all didn't know that.
No doubt.
Y'all didn't
know that. Stick 'em, Tony.
Ooh, y'all didn't
Stick 'em, Tony.
You see what happens when you sit around and you learn exclusive shit. Yeah, nigga. It's gonna be the best thing you ever heard. It's gonna be on Black Ram with Black Ram asking me the motherfucking questions.
Facts. Beautiful.
Go ahead and get that one. Catch the playback on that one, or you want to be on that one live. Which one you want to be? Press 1 if you want it live. And that was 9 niggas I named right there, man. It's more than that. Hold on. It's a show 10. You take it because I OCD.
I don't think you named WizKid. You can throw WizKid out there too, man. Fuck it. WizKid part of the Super Friends, man.
He makes some good points, man. Even before I started, I would listen to a lot of O'Shea and his panels, and I fuck with O'Shea because he has, when he talk about business, he talks about traveling, he talks about the community. I fuck with all that, but that you go there for that. You come here for this. You ain't getting this. He ain't getting this anywhere else, and I don't think guys understand that.
I'm gonna go to the bathroom. Y'all take it.
Yeah, no doubt. Right. Yeah. One of the things I want to stress when I started my channel was the spiritual side, man. But what I realized, I couldn't start talking on spiritual because they would take it as religious. So I was like, all right, let me talk about a mindset. So I talk about having a mindset, knowing thyself. I remember doing a video where I said, to know thyself is to know thy God. And I remember saying, like, yo, 1 + 1 is 2. Like, to know thyself is to know thy God. That means, you God walking this earth, man. Like I was told ever since I was young, God is everywhere. So if God is everywhere, why would I not think that he's within me also? So then I started looking at myself. I started looking at myself as someone who is part divine, part human. And oh shit, I went to a Catholic school where they were talking about another dude who was half divine, half human, who was persecuted for, through his beliefs or whatever the case may be. And I'm looking like, damn, yo, that dude sound like me, man. So going through going through my trials and tribulations through life, man, I swear, when I turned 33, man, it's like that's when I started a new life. Started traveling, meeting new people, started speaking a different language. Like, but I say all that to say, man, people got to start tapping into their spiritual side, man. It's not just about this physical world. That voice in their head, you know what I mean? Their visions that they have, that, you know what I'm saying? Imagination. People need to get back to their imagination piece in their brain, man. Because I was just telling the chick just now, all we are is our brain and our spinal cord, man.
Facts.
Word up.
And that's the main thing for me. I don't preach. Some guys say you need to talk about money and growth. I don't talk about that shit, man.
Nah.
But,
What happens
nigga,
when
you can
money's
have all
gone?
the money in the world. Exactly. The spirit
Yes.
and growth. That's the gold.
Yes.
That's where the wealth is. Because, your vessel can be taken and killed, but your spirit will live on, man.
Forever.
There's guys out here who can block pain because their spirit is so strong. Their chi is so strong that they don't even feel pain that would make most people pass out. That's the power of the mind.
Hey, I was just thinking this morning, a great way for me to visualize the way it is like there's a reason why they have shows like Voltron and Power Rangers. You know what I mean? Like I be feeling like there's a spirit inside of this body. You know what I mean? Like it's like an avatar or like I say, spirit using this machine, this body, this vessel, like you said. You know what I'm saying? To live this lifetime or whatever the case may be. Because you got to realize your lifetime, even if you live 100 years, what is that in the lifespan of the universe? That shit is a fucking blip. Feel what I'm saying?
Yep.
So you're only here for a fucking blip. So yeah, that's why I live my life live. But at the same time, I know I'm gonna take care of this vessel, this car, this house, this spaceship, whatever you want to call it, while I'm here, man. That's another thing. People don't take care of their bodies from the inside out, man. Inside out. Dudes be looking mad strong on the outside, but you got cholesterol, high blood pressure. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? You got all these extra issues going on. You looking good on the outside, though. Man, I'd rather be good on the inside, though, man. Spiritually and physically.
You see what I've been showing dudes as far as the food, man. Putting the sea moss, getting on this Dr. Sebi plan. That sea moss and bladder wrap. You know what I'm saying? Eating healthy, bro. You only got one life here, man. You know what I'm saying?
What it is, they've been conditioned to eat otherwise. I seen a little Instagram post where they were asking little third graders or second graders, different vegetables. What is this? What is that? Yo, the kids could not name like what a fucking pineapple was, a potato. But once you pull out pizza, French fries, and all that, pizza, French fries, word is born. But that made me realize, like, exactly, it's sad but true. Shit is fucked. Shit is fucked up nowadays, man. Shit is fucked. That's why I'm like, I don't understand how dudes are still stuck on trying to bag a bitch. Yo, family.
Exactly.
The where we at right now, bitches should be the fucking last thing on your mind. It should even be, my nigga, just fucking talk to her. But I get back to what I said. They don't know the person in the mirror, man. They don't know who they are, so how they gonna talk to the next person?
And that's what we all got in common, man. If you guys got some questions, man, you need to answer. I'm looking at some of these comments. Uncle Rom speaks. I think it's Uncle Rom, but Rom speaks about that. About this stuff as well. BGS Idmore. Yeah. He does.
He speaks a little bit about it, right? A little bit about it.
Yeah, he's not as deep. But the thing about BGS, he's like an actor. He's like a professor. He actually studies the research and all that stuff. I don't think he's gonna go as deep as me and me Redfield might go, because when you Haitian, bro, you see different shit from a spiritual standpoint. You know what I'm saying? You gotta understand the Levites from an Israelite mindset. The Levites were they were the spiritual warriors. Moses was the only person that had direct contact with God. God spoke to him, showed his face. And Moses was a Levite. And Israelite, the Levites from the 12 tribes are Haitians. And so we can go deep into the esoteric of Haitians and why they're demonized the way they are. But they were the first people. Let me give you guys some game. See, this ain't even we ain't even been talking about women.
Yeah. Right.
We haven't even been talking about women.
For what, man? For what?
I'm gonna piss them off.
When they say voodoo, when they heard voodoo, I'm gonna give you guys two examples. I'm assuming there's a lot of African American, what you call African Americans on here. First, let me just give the history of how the white man changes our shit around. When the reason why they call us niggas, when they went and they pulled their ships up to the banks and shores of Africa, you got to understand the poor people, the peasants, work near the water because they're doing the fishing, they're doing the rice fields, they're doing all the cropping, and that's near the water on the shore. But the main people, the kings, live inland, far inland, while the peasants live on the shore. So it takes a while to get to the castle. They got to go. So remember, negus, Negus, means emperor.
Okay.
Like king. So when the ships come up and they're killing the peasants and the workers on the African shores, the workers are running inland screaming, negus, negus, to the emperor. Get the emperor, let him know this is happening. And the white people hearing them hear niggas. They translated niggas. So when they heard negus, they just translated niggas and demonized the word to take you from understanding that it meant
emperor.
Emperor. And even that word is in the Bible too. You know what I'm saying? So that's just a little rundown on how they take words and distort it to take the power away from you ever knowing it. Now, when it comes to Haiti, when they went in to invade Haiti, they were getting their ass whooped, and they were asking why are they getting their ass whooped, and they said it was voodoo, you know. But voodoo, they demonized it in the history books as if it was some bad magic shit. When voodoo originally, if you were to go back 300, 400, 500 years, voodoo just meant a spiritual connection to God.
Our spiritual system. Yep, our spiritual system.
Exactly. So it wasn't about magic and bringing the dead. They did that to demonize you and pull you away from the truth, which is they actually had the closest connection to God the same way Moses did. And he was Haitian or Levite. See, they make a fool out of us, man. They really do, bro.
Word. You understand that spiritual connection, if you believe the stories as being true. I mean, the way they said it was, you had all these different African tribes that, like I said, were brought over from slavery to that island, and they connected with each other, not through language because they spoke different languages, they couldn't communicate, but through spirituality. So when they connected through spirituality, that's when they were able to, before I even say that point, remember again, they had to find out their own coons amongst themselves before they could go against, the opposition. So just keep that in mind. But once they went against the opposition, they're saying that they were fighting bullets with swords. They were running through bullets. That's all spirituality, man.
And it's going to happen again.
Thank you. Once you get to a point where you're in touch with your spirituality, you realize it's like the Matrix, man. It's like the Matrix. Like your spirituality can overcome your physicality, but that might be too deep for this channel, for you.
But he's right though. He's right.
I'm telling you.
Even in the scriptures, it talks about in the last days, the 144,000, which are made the 12 tribes. They will have powers granted, and none of the stuff you won't even be able to kill them. It'll be like they're in the Matrix. They're Neo in the Matrix. This is real stuff, man.
Yeah, that's funny you say that. Because once I started learning some of this stuff, a lot of, I want to create, for lack of a better term, for a general term, a lot of crazy things have been happening to me. And because of the crazy things, I've told myself, yo, you like fucking Neo in the Matrix, man. So the fact that you say that, and I've already been saying that to myself, I just want to say thank you.
Thank you, bro. Thank you, man. Because whenever we chat, we just go all, it just brings such deep stuff into the conversation, man. But you guys got to understand that. You guys got to understand, like I said before, there are people who use dark magic for bad. And the same way they can use it for bad, people are going to be using it for good. The only difference is that time hasn't come yet, but we'll be seeing. Because a lot of guys don't believe in spiritual and all that, and that's fine. That's fine, but you better understand, there are the people that run this world, they believe in spirituality.
Hell yeah. They do rituals and all that, man.
Wait, is Lawrence in here?
I even got my phone out.
Somebody said at Lawrence. Where's the comment I saw? He said, Crack 88 said, I remember BGS saying he purposely don't go into black agnostic science because black people weren't really checking for it. That's the difference over here. I don't give a damn if you're checking for it. We going into it because nigga, you need to get you gonna either not listen and fast forward to some talking about girls, or you're gonna absorb the shit and sift through for the nuggets.
Because they don't realize, man, let me tell you, Freeport, the day I decided that I don't give a fuck about bitches no more. Now, when I say I don't give a fuck about bitches, I mean bitch, I mean I'm not gonna be chasing them and be worried about how they feel and all that. You know what happened? Bitches started chasing me, man. I started having to fucking beat bitches off of me, man. Like, no, I'm good. The way I dress on vacation is completely different from where I dress in my personal life now. Cause I try to be hidden. I don't want to be bothered on my regular day, man. That's how much it is with me, man. And that's because I don't give a. I'm not thinking about them. I'm at a point where I'm at a spiritual level where I'm thinking about bigger goals, man. And when you're doing that, the chicks can feel that energy. And let's go back to semen retention. I'm not watching porn all day, every day, beating off all day, every day. I'm not smashing every chick that fucking throw the pussy at me. So not only do I have, my mind straight as far as thinking about the future and my goals, my physical is there too. Because they could sense the testosterone in me, like, okay, this dude ain't drained and his mind is right. Like, dudes ain't walking around like that. Like, I'm at a point now, I'm telling you, chicks are intimidated by me, man. I got chicks at my job sending me anonymous texts talking about, I see you, I like you, but I don't want to say nothing. And I'm looking at my phone like, am I in high school? Like, we got grown-ass adults, and you secretly got my phone number and you're anonymously texting me? Talking about you see me? But that's what happens when you don't give a... I told you, man, I put my penis in my pocket when I go to work, man. And because of that, I got bitch. Anybody listening new, I already told the story before. I'm at my job. I'm standing outside my operating room, ready to go in, waiting for it to be clean. And a woman comes to me and tells me about how she wants to lose weight. She shows me one picture of herself in a bikini. I show a stoic face, no emotions, no anything. I'm like, that looks all right. She takes the phone away. She's like, all right, this is how I look at 140. She shows me a naked picture of herself. Okay? I showed no reaction whatsoever again, man. You know that I fucked her head up. Yeah. About 2 weeks later, now she got an attitude with me. This, that, and the third. Now we just professional. She don't want to talk to me no more. I talked to my coworker. He was telling me how he dealt with her. I was like, a word? He's like, yeah, man, she told me how she wanted to lose weight, and she showed me a picture of herself naked. I said, word? I said, yo, she did the same shit to me, man. He said, yeah, man. That's how I got up in it, man. After that picture, I was like, fuck it, man, I'm going in. And that's when I realized, like, oh, that's her game. She likes to do, I'm going to lose weight, show herself naked, and that person get all thirsty and want to smash. Nah, man.
That's all she has. That's all she has.
Thank you. Thank you, man. Thank you, man. Mind you, just a chick, early 30s, 2 kids. No, you know what I'm saying? No man, no nothing like that. And she sees myself single, no wife, no kids, and she know I'm making bread. So she's like, and she sees me going on vacation. She sees my tan lines and all that. So she be like, yo, all right, I gotta get a piece of that shit. And mind, it's the same chick that would just come up to me and tell me about the threesome she's had, the dude she's dealing with. I used to be like, yo, why she telling me all her business for? That's because I wasn't thirsty. Because I get that attitude of, I don't give a fuck about you. I'm just here to work, man. I mean, that's where these dudes need to be at. Get on your spiritual shit.
And guys, you got to understand, this is not just some basis talking. This is real stuff here. I remember somebody said a comment about sperm retention. Man, your power to manifest is in your sperm. Literally. So if you're shooting sperm everywhere, you're literally draining your manifestation power. You know what I'm saying? They're tied into each other. You can't just be busting nuts everywhere. Like I remember when I went, what happened?
I was gonna say, people got to think about it like this. When you bust a nut, like I said, my major is in biology, so I studied this shit to the nitty gritty. You know what I'm saying? Graduate classes and all that. So I say that to say, when you bust a nut, to bust that nut and make a whole person. Okay? So imagine if you busting a nut every fucking day. Like you shooting out a whole person every day. You know how much energy or biological material it takes
to make a whole person? Now, mind you, you can make multiple people with one nut. So if you're nutting every day, you letting the bitch take it. Now that's okay. Boom. Let's talk about this right here, man. We want to talk about semen retention. Yeah, I can't tell you how many times I fuck the shit out of a chick. You know what I mean? And she busts her orgasm, and I don't bust a nut, and she is drained. I'm talking about she's dead. If she's not sleeping, she's damn near, passed out. If not, after her seizuring and all that, she's done passed out. But I think about the times when I orgasm, when I fucking bust a super nut, I'm done. And she's over here doing jumper jacks and shit, ready to cook meals and all that. And I realized, like, oh shit, that shit really is a transfer of energy, man.
Yeah.
So when I pipe bitches out nowadays, when I'm on vacation, I swear on my life, man, I will allow one chick to take my energy, man. Cause that shit feels great sometimes. But besides that one time, I'm only out here to snatch mind, bodies, and souls, man. Straight like that.
Real talk, man.
I'm serious.
Real talk, man.
Mind, bodies, and soul. When you snatch, all right, boom. Let's talk some next shit. Niggas like talking about bitches, right? All right. Let's talk about going OT and shit. Now, me personally, I ain't never pay to play in America. I mean, P2P, pay to play. So when I went out the country, my man's just like, yeah, if you want to deal with a chick, it's X amount of dollars, this, and that. I'm like, what? I'm like, I ain't about to pay no bread to deal with no chick and this, and the third. Like, pussy should be for free. All right. Let me tell you what I learned from all my years of traveling OT, especially the countries where prostitution is not illegal. Bam. When I deal with a chick, I meet a chick up, she's gonna throw a price at me. I'm gonna haggle her, whatever, but we're gonna come to a price, whether it be $40 or $60 for her to come over to the crib. My thing is what I learned is I'm gonna pay that $60 because that's like a what can I say? That's like a fee for the interview. Because when she comes through, she's gonna have a good time. Cause I'm already a party in myself. She's gonna have a good time. She's gonna eat good. She's gonna drink good. She's gonna smoke good. And I'm gonna lay the pipe on her. Side note: there was a time I piped the chick OT. Yo, fam, she gave me half my money back. You heard? What kind of hoe get paid and give you half the fucking money back, man? Yo, let me stop. Anyway, I say all that to say, I'll pay that initiation fee because after that, what is it? I could tell you. I already told them a story. Now they bringing their friends over next time. They ain't charging you nothing. They bringing their friends. They friends bringing their friends. Now you got a whole team of bitches for every time you go to that spot because you paid that initiation fee. You heard? Now, if you paying second, third, fourth, fifth time, nah, you ain't do it right the first time, family. I'm gonna tell you right now. Straight like that, man. Like I said, I could talk about the bitches, but I'm not here for that shit, man.
Right. You can get that anywhere.
Yeah.
That's water cooler talk. And another thing you said about every time you give up the sperm, you're giving up a baby. But let's not forget, when a baby comes into the earth, the spirit is already there. So not just are you giving up something that can create a baby, you're giving up pieces of your spirit. Every time you busting a nut.
Hey yo, I haven't done the research on it, but I've heard that you have some cerebral spinal fluid in your semen when you bust a nut. So that means the thing that your brain swims in also goes in this chick when you bust a nut. Now let's be clear. I don't know what you heard, but vagina is not a self-cleaning oven. Okay? So when she goes through that cock carousel, she got about 30, 40, 80 dudes done bust up in that. You got about 30, 40, 80 DNAs up in that womb, up in that vagina, man. So
Facts.
so you gotta know who you're dealing with, man. And like I said, with all those DNA, it comes, like he said, with the spirit. So you basically, that's what I'm saying. You got chicks with a bunch of spirits and demons inside of them. Not just their own spirits and demons, but other niggas' spirits and demons up inside of them, man.
That's true. I remember when I was telling my homegirl, like, I cheated on my ex, and I was cheating on my ex with probably like 100 chicks, and she began to manifest the energy of all those women because I was sleeping with them and then bringing it back to her. So by the time I stopped dealing with her energy was compiled of all of those women. They're like, nah, that girl's just cool. I wouldn't date her, but I just smash her. Well, if she wasn't cool for me to date, it's because I didn't like her energy. Well, now my main chick has all these different energies swimming inside of her without even
Yep.
knowing. So when you're cheating on a woman, you're bringing these demons onto her. So this is one reason why I don't do that cheating shit no more. I'm upfront and honest because it's not fair. Imagine if I have a disease and I bring it to a woman. That's not fair. I burn her. It's not fair. So what do you think is happening when you bring 100 demons to her? Sexually transmitted demons. You know what I'm saying? So niggas cheating. It's deeper, man.
And yo, that's why when a dude is cheating, a chick could be like, yo, I feel like you're cheating on me. Or I feel like something's off. Or I feel like because you're giving her your brain frequency literally through your fucking semen. So not only are you giving her your physical DNA and your spirit, so basically you're basically giving your mind, body, and soul. I just thought of that right now. You're giving your mind because you're giving your cerebral spinal fluid. You're giving your body because you're giving your DNA, and you're giving your soul because we also say that your spirit is in that also. So every time you fucking bust a nut, you're ejaculating your mind, body, and soul. Holy shit.
Every time, see, man, you niggas ain't gonna get this stuff.
Man,
is
they don't even know what we're saying, man.
Nah, I don't think so, man. There's
Mind,
a couple of
body,
Haitian
and
dudes
soul,
on
man.
here. Only the Haitian dudes get it for some reason.
Mind, body, and soul, man. Every time you bust a nut, so you just giving that to anything or any chick?
Exactly.
Nah, man, I can't do it. Now, don't I could fuck a bitch, but I don't mean she's getting my nut. That's what you gotta realize. I fucked plenty of bitches, and they did not get my nut.
They don't deserve it.
Thank you. I thought I was the only one that felt that way.
They don't deserve it. You know, it's not even. You know, you take the power away when you don't. You know, it's not just about. It's a reward. It should be a reward for you to ejaculate.
Hey,
the reward is ejaculation, not the sex. The sex is just you're pleasing this woman, you're satisfying her, you're healing her. But at the same time, you don't need. If you smash in 3 months, smash 10 women. None of those women should get your sperm.
Woo.
None of you should not. You should treat yourself. Every 10 women you sleep with, the 11th can get so you can bust. You have to view it that way, man.
Yes, that's how I do it. You're right. You're right. Like, let me tell you about the power of ejaculation. I didn't learn this until I started traveling. Okay, so the first time I traveled, you know what I mean? The first time I had my first skullduggery trip. That's another story time. But I end up being in let's say a shady place with this chick, right? So long story short, because I was in a shady spot and that was my first time, I'm smashing, but I didn't nut because I'm so worried about what the fuck is going on. Yo, let me tell you, man. When I pulled my shit out, because she had already nutted. When I pulled my shit out, and she said, okay, yo, you know, where's the nut? I said, nah, I ain't nut. Yo, don't worry about it. Yo, the look she gave me, like, nah, nigga, I need that nut. I said, nah, it's so good, it's hot. Boom, she started sucking me off. Boom, she sucking me off. Boom. Boom, she finished. Still ain't nut. She looked at me like, yo, nigga, what's good? Like, I'm not pretty. I'm not. And I started realizing, like, oh, shit. For me not nutting on her, that's her everything. The last 110 dudes nutted in 2 minutes. The fact that I've been smashing them for the past 20 minutes and I didn't nut, that brought out all her insecurities, man. And
exactly, her ego's tied into it.
That's what I learned, man. And that wasn't the first chick. So another chick, I started like, you know, doing that consciously, like, yo, I'm gonna fuck this bitch, fuck the shit out of her, and I ain't gonna nut. When I pull my shit, they checking the condom. Like, yo, you ain't nut? I'm like, nah, man, I ain't nut. Like, yo, what happened? Nah, it was all good. Oh, boom, they want to fuck you again. They want to suck you again. And when that don't work, what they doing? They cooking for you. They buying you shit.
Exactly.
This ain't nut.
Exactly. This is how fragile they are. Their ego is. This is how you manipulate the ego, man. This is how you manipulate it. Hebrew Israelite semen is what makes other. Hey, Darian, please go into that again, because I want you to be a little bit more in depth with that.
Get my email from you, fam.
Okay. And man, multiple male orgasm. You know, another thing about it, a lot of guys do not orgasm because they're not built up. They're not building up their semen. They're shooting their semen everywhere. I've only orgasmed 5 times in my life.
Oh, That's what I was gonna say, fam. Your Freeport. Now hold on. You gotta pump the brakes real quick. Hold on. Let's put it in third grade. Yo, you assuming that people know that there's a difference between a nut and an orgasm, family. I've only orgasmed about 2 or 3 times in my life, family. An orgasm is a completely different realm. That's a whole different conversation. Most niggas is nothing. When you have that orgasm, you go to a fucking different plane, family. You don't know. Nigga could bust in with a gun, bust 2 shots. You won't even hear the first 2 shots, family. That's an orgasm. I'm lying?
This is true, though. This is true. I've only done it 5 times, and I've been with over 300 women in my life, bro. And I've only, and a lot of them multiple times. You know, my Russian chick, I've slept with her over 5,000 times, and I've only orgasmed with her once. So, you know, it's a rare thing. But one thing I can tell you, most of the times I did orgasm was, if it wasn't with drugs involved, it was because I went a while without. So I remember last time I did, I went like 8 months without ejaculation. I'm not talking about 8 months without sex. 8 months without ejaculating.
Exactly.
And then when I finally did, bro, the orgasm lasted about like 6 minutes, bro. Most niggas nut. Most niggas nut. It only takes what? 30 seconds to nut. Do you shoot everything out? But an orgasm, fool, that shit. You know when a woman's laying there.
6 minutes. You know how long that is?
You know what I'm saying?
Bro, I'm being dead serious, bro. You know when a woman gets hers and she's sitting there shaking.
Yo, you're free for that's a seizure, fam. You had a seizure. You have epilepsy or something, man.
It's like that though. You know when a woman comes and she's shaking, you can't even touch her.
Yeah,
that's what it's like, fool. And some women they'll be shaking, and for minutes, 30 minutes later, you can't even touch her leg because it's that intense. But how many men have had that? You know how very few men.
Yo, a lot of men have never felt that,
and they never will.
You know how I knew it was real? Because my younger brother came to me. He was like, "What did he say to me?" He said, "Yo, man, you could bust a nut, man. But there's something more than that. Like I felt like I was in a different world." I was like, "What? You felt like you see like a wormhole of fucking colors?" He said, "Yeah, man." I said, "Yeah, you had an orgasm, my nigga." He said, "Yo, I've been chasing that shit ever since." I was like, "Yeah, good luck with that shit, my nigga."
Yeah, exactly.
Good luck with that shit. I think that's how motherfuckers become sex addicts. They probably get their first orgasm and they're like, "Oh nah, fuck that. I need that shit again." But you're right. Drugs do help. It relaxes. At least it relaxes me, man.
You know, man, we can. That'll be a whole nother stream. That can be a 10-hour stream on itself, man. The different drugs and the combination with sex, man.
We're not into that. Drugs. You see that? This is the type of channel this type of show we could go from the spiritual to talk about drugs.
Exactly. You ain't gonna hear this on ARC.
Man. 180, 360, man. We here.
AFC is not going to teach you that, nor is alpha male strategies, man.
Nope.
But these are the things, man. When you're traveling, bro, it's traveling and trying different shit. I remember Rick Ross had a song. It was "I'm On One" with all them niggas from DJ Khaled, Lil Wayne, Drake. And he said, "Have you ever made love to the woman of your dreams in a room out in London counting money?" And she screams. When I was in London, man, I experienced that. So whenever I hear that lyric, it means something to me.
Yo, Freeport, man, you just said some real shit right there. You just said some real shit, man. Cause I ain't no rapper. I am no rapper. I'm no celebrity, man. But there's certain lyrics that I hear in rap songs that I can relate to, man. Woo!
And that's what makes it dope. You know, something that's like when Gucci came out and dudes from that was trapping, they vibe with Gucci because he was making trap music. If you trapping, you can relate to it. If you ain't trapping, Gucci's trash, Jeezy's trash, because you ain't relate to it.
You're not in that world. You're not part of that world. Word.
Niggas be whipping up the Gucci and Jeezy, man. They be out. They make $50,000 listening to Jeezy.
Word. Listen to Jeezy. Word. Facts. That's why that's their favorite rapper. That's a fact, man. Different lives.
Made the most money. Listen to him.
Word. There's different worlds to this, man. Different lives. lot of people they stay on that blue collar, white collar stuff, not realizing this. And there's even more to that street shit too, man. But like I said, we talking about the spiritual shit. We talking about the underworld. I think when we talking about the underworld, we basically talking about besides behind the curtain, we talking about what? We talking about swingers club like we said before, and your local soccer mom, getting threesomes ran on her. Like again, I think that goes back to the spirit also. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
That's I think that's in her spirit. That's in her nature. I think society tells her to get married, have 3 kids, and do all this shit, but instinct calls, man. She needs to get plowed up by 3, 4 different dudes, man. Straight like that.
exactly. You know,
Straight
and
like
we
that.
get on some deep stuff, and it impresses me speaking to you guys and hearing the level of knowledge that's given, because I know it's rare. I know most people are not going to have access to this stuff, but
No.
we talked about underworld, and most guys would have just kept it as some swinger club type stuff, like oh, this and that.
Facts.
But when you get in, we talk about the magic aspect and so many other things, man. This stuff is deep.
Mm.
It's deep,
I say
and
we could talk about the power of the tongue, man. The power of the tongue, man. Watch what the fuck you say, man. Watch what you think, but more importantly, watch what you say, man. Because what you say is, no. If you learn about the laws of the universe, you know what I mean, laws of attraction, laws of opposites, whatever the case may be. You know what I mean? One of the things you learn is that you got to watch your tongue, because what you say, you actually bring it to fruition. Especially if you're a man, if you believe that you're a god on this earth, you're a king on this earth, man. Watch what you say, because what you say will come into fruition, man. I remember a time I wrote out. I want a chick that's like this, like this, like this, like this. Boom. A year later, I got that chick. Y'all could go check out my episode on the Panamanian chick. That's a lesson I learned, because I got the chick that I asked for, but in that list that I put, I didn't put loyalty, I didn't put trustworthy, I didn't put none of them things. But even though I didn't get that from Shorty, I learned, I better watch what the fuck I asked for, because I'm actually gonna get it. So boom. So look, all right, let's talk about that. You want to talk about bitches? All right. So once I learned that lesson, I say, you know what? Let me really think what the fuck I want. I say, you know what? I want a Latina chick, young, no kids, got a little brain on her, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Doing something for herself, and don't live nowhere near me, so I don't have to deal with her all the time. Free. But I don't know if I showed you my redhead. I got a little redhead in Medellin, fashion designer, no kids, 26, 27 years old, and she got a man. Let's not get it twisted. She got a man, but when I come through, she focuses on the God.
exactly.
And I always preach, don't
That's it.
have girlfriend experience, GFE on mine. See, this is the thing. Just because you hear a cast like he got bitches, do y'all think I just pump and dump bitches and that's it? No, I do shit with more bitches. That's it. You know what I'm saying?
We was talking about that this morning. On the stream I did about Jack Donson, man. Talking about when guys are pumping and dumping, there's no way you should be pumping. Like there's scenario. If I'm in Europe if I'm in a country for a week, yeah, okay, I'm gonna try to pump and dump as many chicks as I can. But I might have one little main there, but I'm still not gonna just, you know what I'm saying? You're still gonna have one chick that'll show you around through the daytime and show you to the hot spots and be like a little tour guide. But then other than that, you still gotta experience the woman, just like you gotta experience different dishes. It's the same thing. I'm not gonna just eat the same food in a new country. I'm gonna try different food. The same go with the bitches.
Hey,
They're a travel experience.
I like having hella different type of bitches, man. My bitches be different from each other, and man, I get just totally different interaction, man. And then I just hear her little fuckery for a minute, and then I just get a refresher with the other one.
Yep.
And then after her, and then she get on my nerves. Then I go back to the other one. She refreshed because she's been waiting.
Yep.
And I got this other one that been waiting the whole time that I didn't miss these two.
Oh, you get a fresh one, or you go get a fresh new one.
Yeah, man.
It's easy.
You gotta have a rotation.
See, when you do that, they always miss you, fam.
Come on, my nigga.
That's how they miss you. How to make a girl miss you. Now, nigga.
You gotta know how to fucking divvy up your time with these chicks, man. You think I'm going out there and spending my whole time with this redhead? Nah. I'm letting her know, yo, I'm here. You can come through this night and this night. But she knows I'm out there for 5-6 days. So she gonna be stuck wondering, like, yo, what the fuck is this nigga doing all these other days, yo? Oh, best believe she gonna see me having pictures doing some fun stuff, but she knows that now I don't necessarily need you. When I'm with you, you know what I'm saying, I give you my time, you know, we have a good time together, but don't know, I don't need you to have a good time in your own city.
I was in London with a one and still got another one. Ooh.
Like you said, matter of fact, like you said, Afi,
with a white one dipped in chocolate.
Hey, Afi, like you said, man, you could have it where you get with one, and that one brings you another one.
Yeah.
Let me tell y'all a story about that, man. Let me tell you about a story about that.
Y'all go follow his channel. You can beam up, Mr. Law.
I remember, man, I used to mess with this one chick. And I said it this morning, too. It's crazy how you guys are saying shit that's reminding me of it. I was, she was a Bahamian chick. And I used to slaughter her, bro. So, you know, but she got a room one time. She was like, I was supposed to meet her up. The weekend came. So I'm like, text me the address. She's like, okay, I go there. And I'm about 5 minutes away, so I'm doing a check-in because she can be showering, making up, and all that. You know what I'm saying? I need to know if I need to slow down or drive the same speed. She says, I got to tell you something. I'm not going to be able to make it, but I got the room, but my homegirl is there. Oh. So she put me on her homegirl, and I ain't gonna lie, I felt like a hoe, bro. I felt like a hoe after that. Like this, she just passed me to it. But women do this. See, when you're a dude, when you're a man, you see, you got some guys. You know, man. You know, if you cheat, a woman get mad. On the other opposite, if you a real ass dude, and plus they know you know how to deal with women. They might put you on their friends because they want your friends to experience you.
Thank you.
And they'll pass men around. And I ain't gonna lie, I felt like a hoe after that, man. So I'm like, I cut the bitch off, man. Like, the bitch was fired, but I'm like, nah, this bitch is playing me because she just tried me like a hoe.
Yeah, I was telling Afi the other day how I had a story about an unexpected threesome, man. Unexpected. I wasn't even thinking about it, but like I said, she brought her friend and ended up being a threesome, man, because she wanted her friend to experience what she had already experienced, man.
Hey, they really do want that.
I'm about to give y'all story time 20 right now, man. if y'all don't super chat after this story, man, this shit is over.
Before and after, man.
Word.
Hold on. Before and after.
Let me spark up. So this is the scenario. This, you know what? This story hard to tell because it's gonna connect with other bitches. So I'm trying to figure out
on it. So just change the names up for to protect the innocent.
That's how you know it's good when you got to think about giving it out.
Word. That's why I don't tell too many of my stories, man.
Look. Ooh, God, I can do like 5 story times. Do I even want to do this one? Yeah, I gotta tell this one. This is the one that. I'll elaborate.
Let it go. It's therapy. It's therapy.
Connection later. I gotta just try to get this one off. So, damn. See, the other ones are it's just like all in my face. Like, come tell me.
Yeah, please. You're like, no, chill.
Yeah, like when I came home when the dogs was waiting and shit. They just waiting. They want to be story time 20, man.
Pick me.
All right, man. Fuck it. Okay, boom. Let me get my head straight. Okay. Story time 20. This is a good one. This is because 20 is a good number. That's why I'm into numbers and shit like that. So I was in Hawaii for my birthday. So I took this is when I turned 29. This is when I turned 29. And if y'all on my Instagram, follow me on Dominance Mindset and Raw Game. It's a picture of the bitch on there. Brazilian bitch that I was fucking with. That was my girlfriend. My Brazilian bitch in Hawaii. That's what happened. That's how it happened right there. But that's not even the story. The story is this. So I was in Hawaii and I went for my 29th birthday. So I'm out there fucking around. It's a whole nother angle of bitches over here. That's a whole nother story time. I gotta let that one sit to the side. So I went and let me skip through. So I went on Obama tour. Because he was from Hawaii and shit. So I'm on this Obama tour. I'm by myself too. And so it's this white bitch. So I'm on her. So, she's like a soccer mom type bitch, whatever. So I'm chilling with her, whatever. And then obviously we get more closer because we're on this fucking tour together for like 3.5 hours and shit. So we get real familiar after a while. You know what I'm saying? First, we're like talking, seated differently. Then after a while, we seating together and shit. So she was out there with her husband, but her husband didn't fuck with the shit. Yeah. So her husband didn't want to fuck with the shit. Okay, so that's why she was out there. And then they even put me more in the game because she was pissed off at him. See what happens when y'all piss y'all bitches off, what they do?
You send them to Afi.
So then look, so we end up fucking around and shit. And she had to meet up with her husband and shit, but she said she wanted to please me real fast. I showed her the time. I already knew what time that was, just because if you fucking with a white bitch and she says she want to please you when you in a whole other country, well, kinda. I'm on an island. Excuse me. I'm on an island.
Apology accepted.
I assume she means sucking my dick. So yeah.
What else would it mean?
So that's what she did. So she ended up sucking my dick, right? She didn't want to fuck because she was going up to go see her husband. See some bitches.
Exactly.
Some of these bitches will suck your dick and don't have sex with you because they don't want to feel like they cheating. That's a whole other thing.
Facts.
She sucked my dick. She don't want to get fucked because she was about to go out there and probably kiss him in the mouth. So anyways, we exchanged contacts and shit like that, right? So she hits me up. And I wasn't even really tripping on her hitting me up. So she hits me up and we're talking and shit for like a week. So she tells me she's a part of this thing. So I'm thinking she's bullshitting at the time. So she ends up putting me on to hoes. So the first bitch, so I start getting pictures. She starts sending me hella pictures, and I like picked a few. So it ended up being 4 other bitches that she, over the time period of like 6 months, that she hooked me up with. That all knew that they were talking to me. Come on, man. I wasn't even 30 yet, man.
Red pills.
Oh man, come on. I gotta just stunt myself real quick and just make a muscle or something. Man, so just how I said that.
Wow.
So I'm talking to these bitches individually, right? And they're all on some sex shit. So I'm thinking this shit's still a game, but obviously I'm like, shit, I got 4 new bitches. I'm gonna go along with it. You know, I know how they all look or whatever. And so on the 4th of July, they said they were coming here. They were from like fucking, I don't know, Seattle, some fucking shit like that. So they came to San Francisco. Now, San Francisco's across the bridge from me. So they got a room at the St. Drake's, St. Francis Hotel with some nice shit. So they went for the 4th. I guess that was an excuse for them to get away from their niggas and shit. So husbands, whatever. So we met up in the room. They had a room. They had 2 rooms. So the bitch who I got hair from in Hawaii, she sucked my dick and I fucked her this time. So they flew all the way out here. So I met these bitches on Hawaii. This one bitch. Now I'm in a hotel room. There's two rooms, one with 4 bitches and one with 1 bitch. So this is a whole other thing. This is something that was created somewhere else, and now this is a tangible thing. So Mr. Law is in the building.
What's up, brother?
Telling this story. And so then these bitches, so I fucked the bitch. Then these bitches in the room, that they had some weird ass shit. All these hoes had wedding rings. They took their wedding rings off and shit. So I fucked all 4 of these hoes.
Oh.
And then the one bitch who I fucked, she didn't join in. She just wanted to watch me fuck the 4 partners that she hooked me up with. I had already fucked her. You see
They
what I'm saying?
freaky.
That's the story time 20 for y'all niggas.
And guys don't think this happens, and this is happening to men with a king mindset all over.
Dwayne Jones, he said they ran a train on you. That's some weird shit for you to say, nigga. That's not no fair shit. Because if you was in that situation, you would do it. And
yep.
You know what though? That really wasn't disrespectful.
You thought you was being funny. That wasn't even funny right there.
But that wasn't disrespectful though, bro.
It's good. That's my homie.
They did run a train on you in a roundabout way. It was a backwards train.
Yeah, it was a backwards shit, but it was weird because they had some weird little shit. The way that it happened was weird. So it wasn't like I was just at some orgy or I was at a party and hella drunk assholes. Like it was the way it was set up and shit. It was just kind of, I don't know, it was kind of crazy.
We talked about that in the last Underworld, talking about the sororities and how the Deltas will have a room full of 10 people and invite 2 guys, 2 male strippers or something to run through them all. So this shit happens. Women do this shit. If they can all get fucked as a team, they'll do it and go right back to their husbands.
One of my close friends is he's a fucking stripper, and he used to tell me about these stories. I didn't used to believe him until I started bouncing, and that shit is nigga.
Yeah, you get game from male strippers, female strippers, and female escorts. You get hella game therapists. You get hella game, man.
I know dudes that I know this one dude that used to strip or whatever. He was telling me how like the night before the wedding, he damn near would fuck like every wife that he done danced for the night before the wedding. You know what I mean? So a lot of niggas, you know what I'm saying, they kissing the bride the next day, not knowing what's on her breath. You know what I mean?
Damn.
That what's going on.
Dancing bear shit is for real, y'all niggas.
Yeah, that dancing bear. That's what I was gonna say. That dancing bear shit is for real.
The dancing bear.
Yeah, that stuff is, man.
Yo, anybody listening, if you don't know what the dancing bear is, that's a problem.
Yeah, it's easy to find. Go to X video, type in dancing
exactly
bear.
right.
Hey, Team X video.
Come on, man. If you don't know about the dancing bear, then you get ready for this red pill, man. If you ain't ready, if you don't know what the dancing bear is, get ready for this red pill.
Yeah, some of you guys don't need to be married, bro. Because if any of this shit is new to you, you ain't ready for relationships and marriage. You need to learn. And I tell guys, man, when I first started, I told myself, man, I want to be the greatest husband I can be. So I'm gonna learn women. You know what I'm saying? So I'm set out at 15 years old. I want to learn women. So every opportunity, like I told the guy before, he said it was savage when I said I took my main chick to a swinger club to watch her get ran through. And because I knew I wasn't going to marry her, so I said I'm going to take this opportunity to red pill myself and get the feeling of and use her to red pill me. But niggas don't think like this. This is how dedicated to learning you gotta be. Dedicated to the game, nigga. My main nigga.
Hey, look,
that's hard.
Hey, let me come to my friend, and then Mr. Law, give us a good little story real quick, because I just want as my friend in here, you know what I'm talking about. You remember little Slim Chocolate baby? I remember she used to be my girlfriend, right? So she was my girlfriend, and we broke up. And then so when we broke up, she started fucking with this other cat. And then she cheated on that cat with me. I used to slut her out. So I
fucking bitch.
Look at myself like, I was fucking with her like that. I was disappointed in myself, and I would look at that, and she'd be fucking with the cat, and then she'll be calling, and I'd be like, "No, answer it."
So I got a question, right? Do y'all take pride in slutting women out? Do y'all take pride in that?
Yeah. I mean, if you're learning from it,
well, at least you know what I'm saying?
I treat a slut like a slut, man. I don't slut women out. I treat women accordingly, man. I ain't gonna take a good girl, married chick, and treat her like a slut. I really do.
No. If you say you ain't gonna take a good married chick, if she married and she's fucking me, she ain't a good chick. I'm slutting around.
Yes. That's a fact.
I'm nutting on her ring. Right? Yeah, I'm nutting on her ring. I degrade women, dude. I swear to you.
God damn.
Yeah, I treat women accordingly, man. That's a fact.
In here, he said that's the coldest shit he ever heard. Beam up, BLACKRAM313.
Beam up. Beam up.
The putting your girl, putting in this finger roll so you can red pill yourself.
Yeah, that's hard.
Yeah, that's but hard. You know what? I don't get jealous about sex and pussy and all that because I needed to get that out my system, and I did it. I mean, now I'm a free man for forever. It can never be phased by pussy. Now, if a bitch says she can get more knowledge from another guy, well, shit, I'm like, well, damn, you cheating on me with a nigga who gave you more knowledge? Well, can I get the number 2 so I can get some game? Because I want to learn this shit.
Well, hey, my man told me, if you got a shorty, man, if you can't picture another dude fucking your shorty, then you fucked up, man. You behind in your game. I said, when I got that info, I was like, damn, what are you talking about? That's cold. Today, agree with him 100%, man. If you
I
dealing with a
agree.
chick
You know what
and
I'm
you
saying? You
can't
gotta be
imagine
respect.
another dude fucking your bitch out, then you fucked up in the game, man. You behind.
Yeah, I agree. You got to be prepared for that because you never know what
Yes,
might
sir.
happen.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, you said, do you take care in degrading women? You got to understand. We're talking about the
I
underworld and
do.
dark side desire.
Yeah. We're talking about
Women
things that
are
they want.
deviant.
These are things that they want.
Deviant.
She don't understand. They talking about degrading. We're not necessarily you can't degrade somebody who's asking for it, who wants it.
Exactly.
It's not degrading. If a bitch wants you to open her mouth and hot phlegm spit in her throat,
Oh my
that's not
God.
degrading. She's asking for it.
Jeez.
She actually comes from that.
Let me
Y'all
That's
dudes ain't used to that shit, man. Y'all think it's only one or two
exactly,
chicks
man.
out there. Nah, it's your
hold
teacher.
on. Hold on.
So like, yo,
Let me tell you what I do. I do it fucking slow. That's what I do. But I want Mr. Law to check in on this shit, man. Tell us some wild shit. You know, for me.
Hold on. What'd you say? I ain't hear the question. What'd you say?
Tell us some wild shit, man, with the lifestyle, the swinger shit, whatever.
Well, you know, when I was a part of that, you know,
That's why
I
you.
did part. Huh? Yeah, you know what I'm saying. When I was a part of that, I did partake in some, you know, some pretty choice shit. You know what I'm saying? But not like personally, I never took pride in degrading a woman because I don't like to degrade women. I have again, I have taken some women to some parties and they end up, I would say, degrading themselves, but it wasn't because of me. You know what I'm saying? Like, as a matter of fact, you know, is it cool for me to say this person's name on here, bro? Is it cool?
Shit, man. This Raw Game Channel. You can say whatever the fuck you want.
All right, cool. You know what I'm saying? One particular YouTube chick, just so we can be, you know, for example purposes, back in the day, I did take her to a party and she ended up fucking everybody. Now, I was shocked and appalled because she said that she had never been to this type of party before.
right,
But when she got there, it seemed
right.
like it was brand new. You know what I'm saying? And in case y'all don't know who I'm talking about the YouTube by the name of Sansa Ray. That's who I'm talking about.
Oh, yeah.
So, you know, but she went in there and she had sex with like 12 or 13 dudes. Now, I didn't judge her for what she did, period. Because I can't judge nobody, you know what I'm saying? But my thing is when you wake up the next day talking about you don't know what happened, like, hold on now.
Nah, see?
But then you say you
Plausible
don't know what
deniability.
happened, but she said she don't know what happened.
Notorious for that shit.
Huh?
I said they notorious for that shit. What happened?
Right.
Plausible
But at the same
deniability.
time, she woke up, excuse me, when she woke up the next morning, not at the party, like, you know, back at the crib or whatever, wherever we was at, she said she didn't realize, she don't remember what happened. But then some of them same dudes that she did this with, she was in their inbox on Facebook the next day, like, hey, what's up? When we gonna do this again?
Come on, man. See?
This is female nature, bro. This is female nature. And the one thing you said that I like is that he said he didn't judge them. Because when I told the guy said, how do you get this out of women? You don't judge.
Yes, it's an energy. It's not about words. They could tell by your energy, the way you look at them,
Yeah,
whether
I
you're
never
judging them or
judge
not,
nobody
man.
for nothing they do.
Me neither.
Never.
Me neither.
Because I feel
And I
like
wouldn't
if I'm
marry
gonna
the
judge
bitch,
them, I
bro.
better well judge myself.
Yeah, that's true. And not judging them, you know, you're saying it from a morality standpoint and a character standpoint.
Yeah.
Me, I'll judge the shit out of it, but I'm not doing it because it's the game. I don't want to. I know the game is not to judge on her, so I can get the most out of her. You know what I'm saying?
Well, see, that's what I'm saying. Like, you speaking from a game standpoint, and whatever your opinion is, I won't go against it. But I wasn't speaking from a game standpoint. I was just speaking from, for real. Like, I can't judge nobody, but I've done some fucked up shit too.
That's true. That's true.
Earlier when we first got on here. Well, when I first got on here, initially you was, I guess somebody in the comment section said something about getting the train ran on you. Well, I done been at a party and had sex with like 3 or 4 women in one night.
Did
So
you love it
ran
though?
a train on me, so I'm a hoe too. So I can't call a woman a hoe. I done been
Exactly. Same here. Same here. I ain't calling nobody no hoe. Been there, done that.
Let
That's how I feel about it.
let me say one thing and then Black Ram check in. See, I do it when the shit applies. I'm not fucking degrading every fucking woman that I meet. I got to clarify this shit because y'all niggas take shit and run with it hella far. So
treat them accordingly.
Yeah,
treat them accordingly.
Too fucking guy for that shit. No, if it's accordingly, if it's a position of power open that I need to fucking plug into, or it's just that type of shit happening, then yeah, it's just regular situations. You know. Just wanted to clear that up because y'all, I know y'all done showed me what y'all can do.
I mean, like I say, I treat women, you know what I'm saying, with I treat a woman with respect until she disrespect herself.
Yeah.
If she disrespect herself,
Yeah.
then that's different. But as far as like with me, I mean, I got a mama, 2 sisters, I got a daughter. So I'd be wrong to just sit around and just disrespect women. Like I mean, yeah, I've done some disrespectful shit, but I didn't mean for it to be that way. I didn't just set out to be disrespectful to women like some of these
Shit,
dudes.
I ain't mean it.
You know what I mean? Nah, I didn't. You know what I'm saying? Like sometimes shit
But
get disrespectful by accident.
nah, but this is why I'm emphasizing treat everybody accordingly, man, because the way I was raised that all women are flowers, all women are, this, that, and the third. But now, like I was telling Freeport, man, once I got to college, man, I realized, nah, man, that ain't the deal, man. All women ain't flowers, man. And matter of fact, I'm not even gonna say treat women accordingly. Treat people accordingly, man.
Right.
Everybody ain't one broad brush, man. So I treat the hoes like hoes. I'm gonna give you an example, quick example.
Oh, you gotta let
Uh,
my man Black Ram check in too, man.
all right, Black Ram, check in, man.
What's good? What's good, man? Man, I see you, Red Pill Chauvinist, my man.
Yes, sir.
Who was the
Peace,
brother who
God.
said that he went to the swingers club and watched his girl get banged out? Who was the
It
That's
brother who
wasn't
said
me.
that?
Professor, man. That's me,
That was
Mr.
somebody else.
Freeport.
Mr. Free, you got a YouTube channel, Mr. Freeport. I gotta subscribe to you, man.
Yes,
Yeah,
sir.
YouTube and the gram, man.
Hey,
Professor McTown and Mr.
hey, look,
Freeport,
y'all.
brother.
I'm gonna
That's a
step out
fact.
for a
Damn,
minute. I'm gonna
hey,
come back in a
dig
second.
this.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
All right, bet.
Man, dig this. That was some of the coldest shit
Thank you.
I done ever heard in my motherfucking life, man. You said you red pilled your
Yes,
motherfucking
so.
self. And here go the thing. Let me tell you, man. For a man to be able to hold himself to the highest level of the game, man, when you realize that a whole pussy ain't yours, goddammit,
Mm,
and you have no emotions because that motherfucker ain't yours. I was told by
mm,
a player, one time you should worry about a pussy if you have one of them motherfuckers yourself. And if you have one of them motherfuckers, fuck away from me, right? Now, dig this here, right? That game right there, to actually put yourself in a situation and watch a
mm,
girl get banged out and
mm.
not have any emotion. Listen, guys can't do that with a side piece. Guys can't do that with a chick that they like, let alone dealing with. You like a chick, you don't want to see that. To be able to
Mm.
do like type of shit, and it's nothing when it comes to women. Your mind, your heart, your soul is impenetrable at that point. You can't get no more pure than that. Because here's the thing. The
Black
red pill
man
is about
coming
being
with the
completely in touch
Chicago
with
pimpin'.
reality. Right? The
Come
red
on.
pill is about being completely in touch with motherfucking reality. And the reality is they all hoes, right? So when a nigga can be like, you know what? I know she a hoe. That's what they all are. She want to do this. I don't mind. I ain't got no ego like that. I'm good. I
Exactly.
don't. I can accept that, and watch her have a good time and get banged out, and you cool about it though, because you know she a hoe. Listen, that level. Now a lot of guys talk pimping. A lot of
Mm,
guys think they pimping, but
mm.
nigga, that is pimping.
Mm-hmm.
This is
Mm-hmm.
what a pimp. Listen. Here go a myth, man. People think pimps don't fuck with their hoes, man. Pimps love their hoes.
Man, Papa, they
Fuck
Mm-hmm.
coming.
relationships with hoes. But no, pimps know that they hoes are hoes. That
Yes.
but as long as they bringing daddy his money, you good, right? Here go the
Right.
level. The level. I had a buddy of mine, pimp, straight pimp, right? He said, and I quote, and I say this, and if you hear another motherfucker say that, he's got it from me or they got it from my boy. Ain't nobody else gonna say this shit. I'm finna say this shit real quick, right? I'm gonna say it one more motherfucking time. If you hear any nigga saying this shit, either got it from me or my boy,
My
because
nigga. Yeah.
this is Chicago, Don Juan, West Side motherfucking game here. My boy said I pimp for my motherfucking lips, not my motherfucking hips, and these tricks can fuck her better than I can. I don't give a fuck about the motherfucking dick. I want the motherfucking purse. I don't care about pussy.
Mm.
I want the motherfucking. That's what a pimp told me, right? A
Mm-hmm.
motherfucking PIMP. And that's the highest level of the motherfucking game. He ain't worried about how he banged the shit out of him. He don't give a fuck about that. He want that mind. He want that motherfucking purse. Damn that pussy.
Exactly.
And that's
Exactly.
the high.
Facts.
That's the highest level of the game. See, a lot of guys are players. A lot of guys are macking, but that's boss pimping right there. You can't beat that shit because you are, and that's the high. When we talking about red pill, we talking about in the hood, a red pill in the hood, nigga gangster shit right here now.
Rah.
This ain't no white boy watered down,
Black
intellectual
man, they
discourse.
put the pimp
This is just
man too.
cold ass motherfucking raw motherfucking game, and that's the rawest form. The red pill is about the real red pill. I'm talking about the street red pill. I ain't talking about no motherfucking YouTube red pill.
Nah.
The street red pill says this, goddammit, reality. And reality is to a hoe, you let a hoe be a motherfucking hoe, man. And you don't let that's the highest level. When I heard that shit, I said, this motherfucker, whoever this guy is, I know who you are now. Boy,
I gotta subscribe.
That's a real player right there. That's a real motherfucker right there. I had to jump on and say this. I'm on my way to bed and shit. I'm just flipping through the stuff. The athlete be on that shit, right? Let me just listen and tune in what these motherfuckers got to say for a second.
Yeah,
Hold on.
Making BLACKRAM up out of his sleep, man. You know it's fucking fire.
Right. Motherfucker supposed to be in the bed, getting ready for work, all that shit, man. I ain't going to work.
You got FREEPORT hyping him up now. You giving him energy, man. Inspired.
But dog, you gotta know you.
That was the last shit. Remember Brotherhood? That was some real shit. That wasn't no fucking shit to like sound good.
Yeah, listen. A motherfucker can't listen. A motherfucker can't even fake that though. A motherfucker can't even. I knew this shit's so potent. A motherfucker can't even play with that. You know, a motherfucker can't be bullshit when you say something like that. You know, it's certain shit. It's certain shit a fake motherfucker can't say. No matter how creative.
True.
You know, a motherfucker make all kind of lies, right? But the truth, right, is stranger than reality. That's some cold.
It's a fact. Ooh.
Motherfucker say that.
The truth is stranger than reality.
Motherfuckers don't say. And listen, motherfuckers say you damn sure he ain't gonna do it. That is some cold ass. If I had to just chime in on that real quick, man, because man.
Well, I appreciate that coming from you, BLACKRAM, because I've been following your page for a while, man. You raise a brother up, especially with these. I think it was the hoes are nasty. I mean, should be a chapter in the book, man, in the Old Testament, because it's the truth.
Let me say this.
That's my most notable work right there. That's what I'm known for.
I think my favorite is she will always leave, man.
Oh yeah.
That's when I was like, I gotta subscribe to him. I was like, this dude is spitting raw game. I need this, yo. She will always leave. I never forget that, man.
Yeah, that was a dope one. That was a dope one.
Let me. I said she can never love you. BLACKRAM, that's my shit.
That she'll never leave you, but another one, because we've been talking about spiritual, and the one you dropped that should be the most watched video was how the woman is of the world, how she is a worldly creature. I mean, that was so. When you did that, I put that on my Instagram, bro, and just played it.
Word.
Hey, let me say this while BLACKRAM is on, because I want to make this very important. This is a very important announcement that I want to make to everyone. So I was saying this shit earlier. Y'all know I like my pimp shit, right? And if you know, man, it was the barbershops and it was the car washes, man. This is the new look. Like I say, we right now, me, BLACKRAM, FREEPORT, REDPILL, Moto, BOA, C. Douglas, fucking WizKid, Lawrence D. Adams, Ron Wells, another guy. That's a whole thing. That's a movement right there. That's enough people.
Facts.
So we all do our own thing, man. But this is the barbershop from now on, man. These are the meetings over here, man. We be 8-10 people, real niggas only. See, it be shit with 8-10 people, but it be some real niggas, but not all real niggas.
Word. So we could talk about anything here. Ain't nothing that we can't talk about. We all Renaissance men here, man.
Yep. Man, we went from Aleister Crowley in Sex Magic, Dark Magic, to Bam talking about.
I know about that. I know a little bit about.
Hey, that's a real.
You know what I'm saying?
No, but for real, like I know I'm a player, man, and the thing about it is, see, I got vouched from the two OGs of the game already coming in, so they not just fucking with me because I'm hot. So I want to make that known. BLACKRAM was on me. Hey, had me on this shit when I was 70 subscribers with damn near no. He just heard me talk a few times. You know what I'm saying? He had me on there with
real,
not like one time.
That's a fact.
Not like one time. And then Ron made the whole fucking video. Ron come on my shit. He don't do shit for niggas besides BGS. So that's why this the barbershop, because it's all the new players, and then we got the OG, the real OGs. Now I'm not even gonna touch on that no more, but the most solid ones is the ones I just
dig this here. Ain't nowhere on the planet where motherfuckers coming up, chopping up game that's this cold, this deep, this raw. It ain't happening. And listen, white boys ain't got nothing. Nothing. You hear me?
Nope.
We deep. BOA might just hop on this shit. You feel me? Then what? Then what if Moto hop on? We ain't even gonna be able to get off then.
But you know the thing about it though? You know the thing about it is like I would listen to a lot of the Black Manosphere and I don't hear spirituality. In this room I hear everyone is spiritual. In the most part, some of the deepest guys are Israelite minded men as well.
Oh yeah.
Which should tell you something. So we all have a certain level of understanding of the world. That's why when I mentioned Aleister Crowley and we're talking about if sex can be used to bring demons through a portal, what can it be used to control a woman? They understand that because they understand the dark side.
And since you know about Aleister Crowley, I'm sure you know about the Key of Solomon. Right? I'm sure you probably heard of the Key of Solomon, the lower key and the lesser Key of Solomon. I'm sure you familiar with that. The Leg of
Oh yes. Oh yes.
You know what I'm saying? So yeah, man, knowledge is a motherfucker, man.
Oh,
knowledge is power when applied, man.
I don't think going to get Mr. Jap. He was just on here. Chris Law was just on here. Come on, man. That's niggas, man.
You know, it's something you said about the pimp thing. I heard it was a new age pimp talking to an older pimp, and he said, "Man, I don't sleep with none of my hoes. All they are is for money." And the old school pimp said, "So you mean to tell me you fucking hoes that don't pay?"
That's wrong.
Hey, shout out to Amir for the super chat. He said, "Bro is the most smoothest, eccentric speaking motherfucker on YouTube." Thank you. Somebody recognizes it. I appreciate you for saying that. I think the same thing of myself, but it's good to hear something. Because motherfuckers, I'm speaking space age and shit. They think I'm speaking fucking sun and moons and stars and shit.
And that's
they don't have the experiences, man. Like I said, we talking about
spiritual shit. Go ahead.
We talking about Aleister Crowley, traveling, drugs, prostitute, escorts, sexual transmutation. You ain't gonna get that anywhere else, man. Just in 2 hours.
One episode? Exactly. Only one episode?
This will change your life, man.
And we just flowing. It's not like motherfuckers got cue cards and all that shit, man. We just flown off the top of the dome. This is everyday life for us, man.
Because the men have understanding of spiritual. Because trust me, I used to listen to that. I listened to ARC. I listened to the Black Manosphere, and I listen to it for certain things. But when it comes to women, I just turn it off because if they ain't talking about spiritual and don't understand the spiritual, there's a certain level of depth that they're never going to be able to reach, and it ain't going to resonate with me.
Absolutely.
So I appreciate all you boys, all you guys out here on this panel, especially in the comments, man, because you understand the deeper thing.
Yep. Like there's some bitches I won't fuck because of their energy, man. They could look bad as fuck, throwing me the pussy. But if my gut tell me nah, fall back, I'm gonna fall back, man.
That's really
you said you slept with them and saw they were demons.
No, I'm talking about they throw the put. No, yeah, I've said that before. Yeah, while I'm fucking them, I look them in their eyes, and I swear to you, I saw a demon. I was like, oh shit, I'm bugging.
Vampire over there. You a vampire.
When you talk about,
I just want to say one last thing, man. One last thing. I'm gonna jump off. I'm gonna try to get my ass to bed and got shit to do in the morning. But on that statement you made about about your girl getting banged out, what you did basically, man, is you broke your motherfucking self. You broke your own heart. You broke your motherfucking self down. Here go the thing. Here's the thing. Here's the key right here. The game is for you first before you can put the game on another motherfucker, on a bitch or anything or anybody. Well, you can apply the game to life. You can apply the game to these hoes, but you apply the game to yourself first. That's how you know you got it on the inside. That's why they say pimping come from the inside, not the outside. It got to be in you, not on you. When you did that shit, bro, you made sure that shit was in you. That shit in you deep. That shit like that, boy.
That's
cool. And it shit hurt too. It hurts too, but
it's supposed to. Break your motherfucking self.
Word. Break yourself, fool.
Break your motherfucking self.
Break yourself.
Break yourself, Tony.
In order you do that, you got to know what you need, man. You got to recognize. You got to look, like my boy Chauvinist says, guys afraid to look in the mirror. I know if I'm thinking about, oh, she can be cheating, I'm going to be hurting and this and that. I say, you know what? I got to break this shit. How can I break this shit the hardest? Say, fuck, I'm going to go take ass to this swinger club, man. get her with some niggas who out here slinging monsters and just get her ran it through, nigga. That shit of red pill ass.
Shit.
Anyway, and you said I ain't gonna get in the way with it, and you need that more than she did. You know what I'm saying? You did that for yourself.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't even about her. It was about breaking your motherfucking self. With that type of game, boy, you can take that shit to Chicago to Miami to motherfucking California to New York and make a mint.
Life game.
You know what I'm saying? I don't fuck with the game like that. You know what I'm saying? I'm a different, spiritual level, but I respect the motherfucking game.
Word.
And that's the first level, right? But not only is that the foundational level, but that's the highest level at the same motherfucking time.
True.
Same motherfucking foundational and the highest motherfucking level. And if a nigga can't do that, you really ain't on no pimping type of shit. And I ain't no pimp.
Exactly.
That's true, man. You can't be a slave to the goulash, man. You can't be a slave to the pussy, bro.
Hell no.
Yeah, like you said, Freeport, man, you got to hold your nut, man. You got to be able to go without 6 months without a nut. You know what I'm saying? A year. I mean, what'd you say? A year without, you know what I'm saying, having to go in the pussy?
No ejaculation. I mean, when I did that the first time, man, I went 8 months. I did 9 months because I was going to Europe for 3 months. So I'm like, okay, I'm gonna save this nut and then go ham in Europe. Man, the first time I nut, bro, the shit hurt. Like it was that explosive. It was like flowing a whole bunch of water into a pipe that was too tight. It was that explosive. The shit was sore for like a good 3 hours, bro. But that's when I had the 6-minute orgasm. I'm like, shit, this is an orgasm. Most niggas nut is 20 seconds. You done, man. Orgasm, man. I'm nigga. I felt like, dude, I had to recoup for a day, nigga. And most guys won't experience that because they don't hold on to their nuts.
See?
Well, let me jump up off here, man. I'm gonna just listen to this game, man. So, hey, salute, brother Affy. Man, you got some business that we working on real soon, me and brother Affy. And salute to you, Red Pill Chauvinist. I'll be checking out your material, man, my man. And Professor,
check out
man, good game, bro.
Hey, yo, check out my vlog, man. Check out my vlog, man. My travel vlog, man. I don't know if you've seen the recent episodes, man, but I try to do my best, man. Check it out. You know how I do with the vlogs, man.
Will do. All right, salute.
Yeah, appreciate you.
All right, brother.
Now, what I was gonna say from what Freeport said is, for my last trip, I mean, I don't know if I said it out loud, but yeah, I met a nympho on my last trip to DR and shit, and now I'm going to Colombia in like 2-3 weeks. And when I was in DR, I already made the decision. When I come back home, I'm not ejaculating nothing. That I gotta save myself for my next trip, yo.
Exactly, it's a reward.
Thank you. Yes. Dudes don't think like that, man.
Nah, they just let it go. It's either a reward or you're building. So you're rewarding based off something you've built and accomplished, or you're using it to build. Period. It's your manifestation power, and it's a gift. Like it's niggas. You reward yourself by nothing, man. Not just well, I'm bored. Let me go put on X Hamster.
That's a problem. That's a problem.
But I don't know, guys be thinking this shit is just bullshit, man. But it all comes down to mindset and mentality, and that's what separates.
I'm saying, Freeport, where are they taught this? What grade are they taught this? Which class is this? You feel what I'm saying? That's why I be emphasizing you gotta seek knowledge. Don't expect motherfuckers just come and just give you this shit. You gotta go search for this. That's what I remember one of the universal laws. My problem is I have this knowledge, but I don't know how to get it out of my head. So when I try to put it into words, kind of comes out all fucked up. But anyway, I say all that to say, one of the things I learned is that the universe has to tell you all truth. I mean, it doesn't have to tell you straight up. It doesn't have to be, right in your face, but it's going to give it to you. But a lot of times you have to decipher the truth that's what's in front of you, man. And a lot of people don't even have that knowledge, man. That's why I say seek knowledge, man. Go seek things that you don't know, man. Learn. Matter of fact, the best question you can ask yourself is why. I don't care for what it is, man. Ask yourself why, and then go seek that answer, man. I've been doing that since I was about 4 or 5 years old, man.
Damn, 4 or 5?
Yeah. Yo, let me tell you, man. At 4 or 5 years old, I remember I had a whole bunch of family pictures hung up in my apartment, my one-bedroom apartment with my family. And I remember there was this one picture of this dude. Yo, the nigga didn't look like nobody from the family, and it just threw me the fuck off. So I remember asking my mom, like, yo, who's that? She said, oh, that's Jesus. That's the Son of God. I said, Jesus, the Son of God? I said, now, peep, at 4 years old, this is what went through my head at 4 years old. Wow, Jesus, the Son of God. If that's the Son of God, wait, hold on. hold on. If that's his son, I mean, the father must look the same. Wait, hold on. Wait, that nigga don't look nothing like me. Wait, hold on. So you telling me, oh shit, the white people are angels and black people are devils? That's the idea I got just from my mom saying that it is the son of God, man. Now, at 4 years old, that's what I'm thinking. But eventually, I got out of it, even though I went through 12 years of Catholic school. But I say that to say,
Ooh,
yeah,
shit.
I was the dude in 5th grade, like idolatry. You telling me idolatry is studying, artifacts and whatever the case may be? They're like, yes. I was like, and I pointed right to the crucifix. So why do we idolize that? They're like, I forgot the bullshit answer they used to give me, but they used to hate me in religion class. But anyway, I say all that to say, there's many people out there who have that same brainwash, man. They see the white Jesus and automatically believe white people are God, and that means they themselves must be evil. And that right there, it has a lot to do with your who you feel, who you are in the inside, man. Your complex, your identity, your personality, man. Like me, when I think about my past, where my DNA's from, if I don't go as far as the Haitian Revolution, as far as being the first people to abolish slavery, I'll go back as far as Kush, ancient Kemet.
Right,
That's my heritage. Them pyramids and all them kings and whatever pharaohs. That's my bloodline. I don't got no proof of it, but you prove me wrong though. Now,
right.
if I have that type of mentality, imagine how I walk this planet, man. Imagine what type of level of standards that I have for myself, and the type of people that I will allow in my space and in my world. More people need to adopt that, man.
Yeah, and that's one of the problems with the matriarchy and the whole single mothers running the home. There's a Bible verse that says, children are oppressors, and women rule over them." And
Mm,
that shows you who the
mm,
true people are. Who
mm.
rules over? It's over 80% of the black kids are born in single mother homes, and they press the
Facts.
neighborhoods through gangs and stuff.
That's a
But one
fact.
of the worst parts is the church that it's synonymous. The church
Oh,
and matriarchy.
oh.
You go to church with grandma, you go to church with the mom, and you're programmed. And you better go to church and pray to Jesus. And this is the subliminal programming that's put on you, because a lot of
Hey,
the fathers don't go there unless they
hey,
women
yo,
go not
stop
giving
right there.
pussy.
Stop right there. Hey, yo, Freep, I was about to tell you. I was, like I said, Catholic school for 12 years. My mom's had me going to church every fucking Sunday. Up until I was about 13, something in me was like, say something. And when I took to my mom's was like, yo, you send me to church every Sunday with my older brother, but yo, how come dad don't gotta go? You know what I mean? And one day I spoke to my dad. He was like, well, that's what your mom wanted to stand there. All right. Another year later, I was like, nah, man, this shit don't make no sense, man. You talking about church is supposed to do this, church is supposed to do that, but my pops ain't going. You know what? Fuck it, I ain't going no more. My moms were beefing, and my pops was like, you know what? If he don't want to go, leave him alone. But that goes back to another conversation we had, man. There's not enough men in the home, period.
Right, because the fathers ain't there. The
Nope.
father's watching football while she worshiping her white Jesus. But like you
Oh,
said, the psychological effect. Now, okay, I must be a devil if that's God. I must not be able to get salvation. And the women don't see how this adds to all of this function. It's
I
not with
mean,
the gangs and the
hey,
violence. The first culprit is the church.
hey, let me tell you, Freeport. Like I said, we spoke earlier. I read The Manipulated Man. If I could sum up The Manipulated Man in 3 words, as far as how it describes the female nature, females are children. Okay? So the situation we in now, when it comes to the gynocentric society that we live in, it's as if you went to a kindergarten class and say, all right, y'all got the power now. Now the teachers got to do whatever you got to do. Now let's say that goes on for whoever knows 30 years, and you come back into class like, all right, guys, time to give the power back. Give the power back to the teachers. You think a bunch of 5-year-olds and 6-year-olds going to get that power up?
Nope.
That's where we at right now, man. Trying to get the
Damn.
toothpaste, trying to get the toothpaste back into the toothpaste tube, man.
Yeah, that's deep as hell, and it's true. They are children, man, and they program us with all these stupid things that don't. Like, for example, I was talking to my Russian lawyer. She, like I told you, she graduated from Harvard, top of the class, very smart woman. Like when I deal with
Mm-hmm.
white chicks, I don't deal with. You got to have a graduate or PhD as a white chick for me to fuck with you. Like
No doubt.
professional, you got to be 6 figures. I don't
Mm.
fuck with no white bitch wearing Jordans. Like nigga, that defeats the
Standards,
purpose. Exactly,
standards.
exactly. But I remember me and her had a good debate, and she's a lawyer, man. She's a millionaire, so she's good at debating. But she said women have to have more of a connection have a connection to be able to have sex. Like they're more mental. And I said, no, I don't agree with that. I said women need to be able to have more of a connection to enjoy sex, not have it. Because at the end of the day, a woman just needs to spread her legs and she can get pregnant. But a man actually has to be attracted to be able to get a hard on.
Factory.
So we actually have to, we're the one, but they program you and say, well, women got to have their mind. No, that's BS. Men mind have to be tight. And that's a chapter too, nigga. So don't take that shit either. But yeah, men have to be into it, not women. All they have to do is spread their legs and they can get pregnant. Men actually have to be attracted. Our head has to be clear from, so we can't be having stress and all this other stuff. But women will have you think it's the other way around.
Yep, and that's why they program dudes to say, I'm about to go get some pussy. You ain't about to go get no pussy, man. You about to go give some dick, man. You about to go lay some pipe.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Give her a life. Give her some life essence.
Yo, like I already told you before, a chick gave me half the bread back. But yo, before that even happened, I used to tell dudes, yo, this bitch should be paying me for the shit I'm about to do to her, man. That's the mentality that you gotta have when you come with these bitches, man. You gotta know you about to lay this pipe down. You about to fucking destroy her, man.
Exactly, and for even without even having sex, the mentality is so important, bro. Like we were talking about before, you said you treat a woman accordingly. There are some women in my phone right now that if I don't sleep with them, if I didn't sleep with them on the first date, there's levels. Some women you have to sleep with them on the first date. Like you don't even need to go out anymore. It needs to be the night, or I'm blocking you. Some women, it has to be the first 2 weeks, and there's some women that I would never sleep with unless I married them because I respect them. So, so women need to understand that too. If they're the same, I can have two names named Ashley in my phone. One I need to hit on the first date, or I'm blocking her, and the other one I won't sleep with her ever because I respect her that much. But they think niggas ain't shit. No, bitch, you ain't shit, and you're getting treated accordingly.
Accordingly. That's the problem, man. These dudes be treating all these chicks the fucking same. Like my man was telling me, like, basically, he treats all the chicks the same. I'm like, what do you mean? You got a professional chick, but you got a fucking hood chick. Like, you take them to your crib the same way. You know, you take them to the same spots. Like, nah, man, you shouldn't be giving both of them the same amount of your time, same amount of your energy. Fuck out of here, man. Like I said, you treat a slut like a slut. That's why right now in my life, I can't even deal with a good girl right now. A good girl right now don't even turn me on. Like I said before, man, if a bitch don't even touch my balls, I'm turned off.
If a bitch say no, nigga.
What's that? What's that?
No to anything. I don't even have to do it, man. I don't have to do it, bitch.
Yeah, exactly.
She can say, bitch, I don't like livers and onions. I ain't fucking with you, bitch. You don't put limitations when you're dealing with me. Do you put limitations with God? Is there anything God can't do? Come on, it's all mindset.
Exactly. Yo, oh my God, man. I love this talk, man. This shit makes you feel like home, man. Word. But when I talk about this in real life, like, nobody know what I'm talking about. They think I'm lying. They saying it can't be true. You're exaggerating. It's like, all right, you know what? I'm just not even gonna say shit, man.
Oh, that's C Doug on here. Premier C Doug, the guy y'all always see premiering on the Kingdom.
You in here?
What's up, C Douglas? Turn your mic off or on.
Yeah, before they come into the room, they gotta elevate to a higher realm because we on some outside the matrix third realm type shit here.
I'm comfortable here, man.
But you ain't gonna get this elsewhere, man. This is why I fuck with this channel, bro, because you're not gonna get it elsewhere.
All right, so, hey, yo, Freeport, let's start talking about this too, because I mentioned this in one of my videos. Hey, yo, chakras, man. People don't really know how important chakras are, man. Like, when I started learning about chakras, like, I'll start off by saying your first chakra is your root chakra, which is your loins. Okay? So when I learned how to when I conquered my first chakra, I learned how to control my loins, man. That means I can have. Yo, what's good? I can have bitches throw pussy at me now and not feel compelled to take it. Most dudes, when pussy's thrown at them, they feel like they gotta take it, man. And like I said before, don't trust a dude who can't turn down pussy, man.
Facts.
Ooh, check in, C. Douglas, off of that one. Black Ram said, "Damn, I'm trying to go to sleep, but the game is hot. It's all hot over here."
You don't even try, man. You don't even
Exactly.
try. Just take it, and then you know what I'm
This is
saying. Look,
meditation.
right. If you have a hell of a night, man, sometimes you got to go to work sleepy because the night is going to
Exactly.
be a blast.
I
Yes.
apologize. I forgot to say Mr. Limba, motherfucker, too. Red pilled out. We deep. Mr. Limba could come on here anytime he want. He don't want to, but we already
What's
talked.
good, Mister? I know. I definitely know Mister's built for that. That's another YouTube content creator that I started watching a while ago before I even started my channel, man. Definitely, anybody listening, man, definitely subscribe to Mr. Limbo, man. That dude be spinning straight facts.
This is the red pill car wash over here. We wet, nigga.
Oh, the crown chakra. See, boom. Like I said in my video, to get back to the chakras. Excuse me. I believe I'm on my 5th chakra right now, man. Because you got the loins, then you got, I believe, like the belly button area, then you got your solar plex, and then I believe you got your heart chakra, the area, then you got your throat chakra. I'm at my throat chakra right now, trying to conquer that I believe that's the reason why I'm on YouTube right now. So like I said before this, I'm a private dude, man. I didn't speak like this. I don't. Yo, shit. I used to feel like I have a limit of words that I would say per day. Once I reach that limit, I'm not saying shit no more, man. But this right here has me, flexing my mouthpiece even more. Not just the bitches, but to the world now, man. So I'm flexing on my 5th chakra right now. But I brought up chakras so that everybody can start, even if they want to seek knowledge. You know what I mean? Go look up chakras, man. Look up your 1st chakra, which is your root chakra. Then you'll understand why you'll have a commercial about shampoo, but it'll be dealing with sex. You'll have a commercial about car insurance, but it'll be something dealing with sex. You gotta
Right.
ask yourself, why the fuck is everything sexualized, man? Because that shit keeps you at your fucking animal nature, man. It doesn't help you to elevate, man. It actually keeps you down, man. Keeps you down in hell.
Exactly. And on another level, women are 90% consumers, and the portal to a woman's subconscious is her womb. So if they can increase the sexual aspect of it and get her body tingling, then she'll connect that to the object she sees on television and be more inclined to go purchase.
Let me tell you something, man.
Let's see Douglas come in. I want to hear what he got to say. You ready, C. Doug? We didn't clear it for you again. C. Douglas.
Hey, yo, while we waiting for C. Doug, let me just say this. I was just over listening to a conversation between two female doctors yesterday, man. And what they were saying was, oh yeah, I'm donating this clothes and this and that. I gotta try to sell it online. And wow, most of the stuff that I was cleaning out my closet, a whole bunch still have the tags on it. All I could think of was that's a whole bunch of emotional consuming. They saw something, they like it, they bought it. They got it home and never saw it and wore it again. That is what consumerism and markets thrive on, man. As women's emotions and the fact that they use their emotions to buy all this shit that they know they don't even fucking need, man.
Facts.
But you can use that to your advantage. Like I always say, play chess, not checkers, man. So use that to your advantage, man. That's why I like to put bitches, like WizKid said, man, you got to put these bitches through an emotional roller coaster, man. It can't always be all good. Yeah. They love an emotional roller coaster. My thing
that's
is,
how they go off.
I love when, I don't like when a bitch says I like you or I love you. I love when a bitch tells me, I hate you. That means I'm doing my fucking job, man.
And you're gonna keep her longer too. See, damn, that's one of the first. That's one of the top 10. When I only had like 10 posts on my page, I did something about that, the emotional roller coaster, and how it keeps women, man. So you bringing me back to some old stuff, man.
Let's go. That's what we here for, man. That's what we here for.
But let me give some game, you guys don't mind, because you said something that, and I did a video on this, but I wasn't able to save it. And this is also gonna be a chapter, so you niggas don't take it. But I was talking about how you have to put now you niggas listen up. You have to put yourself in a rich person's mentality by putting yourself in a rich person's place. So instead of going to Barnes and Nobles in my neighborhood, if I lived in South Florida and the richest county in America was in Palm Beach County where Donald Trump lives, that's only 30 miles away, Instead of going to Barnes & Noble in my neighborhood, I drive there. Instead of going to Publix in my neighborhood, I drive there. So now I'm around people with money, and I'm in this community. So by the time 3 months pass, the rich women, the women who have $30, $50 million, if you're in a neighborhood, the houses are $50 million and up, and you're going to simple stores in these areas, the prices are still the same. To go buy milk from Publix in the hood is the same price as the milk in there. So when you're looking to get cougars with money, you put yourself in these areas and you start to learn how rich people talk. And even further, when you go, I went and bought a suit from a consignment store in this place, you know, where the houses are 50 million, and then the consignment store, I bought a $4,000 suit for $40. Because I'm in this place where they just recycle shit because they got money. They just go, oh, honey, we're going to give back to the community. And to them giving back is dropping all their 10,000 suits to the thrift store nearby. So niggas don't think like that. So they're like, how you get a rich cougar? That's what you put yourself in these areas. So now I understand. I'm listening to the conversation. I'm at McDonald's getting a number 2 for breakfast. But instead of going to the hood, I go 30 minutes out the way on an off day. And now I'm listening to the conversation of rich, wealthy people. And I'm starting to understand the language, understand the conversation, the talking points. And on another level, this is why a lot of slaves came out of slavery and had money, because they thought you were just a nigga, you didn't know shit. But when you're a slave and you're doing a waiter job for somebody who's doing stock market bills, if you're listening, you can invest based off that information and make you some money. Because when they think you an ignorant nigga, they don't think you have sense to be able to keep up. So they talk freely. When they don't think you're a threat, they talk freely. Same with the females. I said when you don't judge them, they talk freely because they don't think you're a threat. So it applies to other shit. But the point is, you got to take yourself out of your environment and put yourself in other environment. Look up the richest zip code near you, and instead of Walmart shopping in yours, go Walmart shop there. It might take you an extra 30-minute drive, but if you do that, now you're around people, and they say, well, who is this black guy? I see him every time at Barnes & Noble every week. And they think you're another nigga living in a $50 million house, but you in a place paying $500 rent. But they don't know that. Why? Because you're in their shit every week.
Thank you.
But I ain't gonna go over you niggas' head though, man.
No. I want to say thank you, because that went right into my head. I appreciate that, man. Even I could pick up game on this shit, man. Wowzers, man. That's what's up.
That shit, I've been doing that for years, bro. I go to different areas. And you pick up the language. Yeah, of course, man. Niggas don't think about that. They think you gotta be rich to be in this area. Nah, nigga, go to Barnes & Noble in a place where the home's 50 million. What you think they're talking about? Nigga shit? Man, them niggas in Barnes and McDonald's talking about $100 million deals. And you looking up, oh, what's the name of that company? I never heard of that. Or what's the name of that? Googling, oh, my son's going to this because the growth, they're starting off at $250,000 salaries in the next 5 years. So, well, I never heard of that shit. What's that? Let me go ahead and look at it. Boom.
Yo, I hope people are listening to this, man. Wowzers.
It worked for me, man. I got some fly ass suits for the low, nigga. You niggas go to Men's Warehouse and spend $400 on a suit, bitch. My shit is a $10,000 suit for $40, nigga.
For 40, nigga. And it's gonna look like 10,000 when you wear it too, right?
Exactly, nigga. Cause I know, damn, where that nigga got that suit from? He must be something. So now I'm in Barnes and Nobles with my $10,000 suit on that cost me $40. Ain't nowhere near as much money as they have, but they don't know that.
Because you know perception is reality.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Y'all, and that's a chapter 2, nigga. So y'all don't take my shit. I got hella chapters on this though. On that right there. Because I did a video. It was 3 hours and it got taken down. But it was talking about putting yourself, thinking rich and being rich, or faking it till you make it. And you know, it got taken down. But I was talking about that, how you put yourself in these areas and you absorb from the people around you, and you begin to network, because white people are very curious.
Yes, they
are. They always want to know, what do you do? You must be white people do that shit. Niggas don't do that. If you don't like money, they just go, okay, you got money. They might hate on you, but a white person gonna come up, tap you on the shoulder.
Yes, and ask you,
yes. So I'm doing it now. You got some nigga with $100 million house asking you, and he want to know what the fuck is this nigga doing in this area?
Exactly.
Now you put your shit You got another minute? I can give you some more game. If you got another minute, I don't know if you
I
niggas
got a
want it
minute.
though.
I got a minute.
All right.
Hey, they might need to hit the super chat or something, man.
Yeah, you niggas gotta hit the super chat, dog, because
After that gem he just dropped, come on, man. Somebody got something, man.
I'm about to learn some,
Jeez
teach you niggas
Louise.
some shit I learned from the streets,
And
man.
mind you, I'm not even saying super chat because I'm getting the bread.
Right.
I just want dudes to understand you got to invest to get this game, man. If you're not even willing to invest $1 and we're just giving out time for free, come on, man. Come on, man. Like C Boogie would say, the nerve of you niggas.
Yeah, man, you niggas get that super chat out before I can drop this game, man. Cause this is some this is some marketing game, and marketing is a motherfucker too, man. But you ain't gonna get it for free, and all of you know it too.
Yep. Somebody wrote down, faking it until you make it. It is spiritual too.
Oh yeah.
I was gonna say I have a video on confidence where I talk about ain't no wrong. When I was younger, I used to fake my confidence because people would tell me I'm this and I'm that. I didn't believe it, but I was like, I'm just gonna go with what people tell me. No, they say, but after a while, I started to believe that shit, man. And once I believed what I was already thinking, just like when I get a job, before I even get the job, I believe I already have the job. I already believe I'm confident enough to do the job. So by the time the shit comes, it's nothing, man. I'm just breezing.
Hey, man, you niggas better get that super chat out, man, because you're going to make me forget.
Exactly.
I don't want to have to write down what I was about to say. And you niggas going to be fucked.
Hey,
you have to wait till the book come out.
Hey, 40 people in the chat. If nobody wants to donate a couple of dollars, then it ain't even worth the story time, man. They ain't want this gem.
We'll go on 3 more minutes, man.
That's crazy.
To 25.
All right.
Yeah, you niggas be getting a lot of shit on these videos, man. It start with one topic and it just turned into a life growth lesson or something.
Hey, Freeport, you know what it is? They don't know what they got. They don't know what they got. We know what we got because we know what we dropping. They don't know we dropping. It's like we dropping shiny rocks on them. We know they diamonds, but to them it's just shiny ass rocks, man. Nah, man, we dropping gems, man.
Travis Terrell said the Black Ram, all games supported by biblical facts, man. I be trying to tell people, though, they get scripture and religion mixed up. There's a reason why some of the most potent game creators and droppers and woke niggas are Israelite minded because they understand the scriptures. And the most people who see the world, they know the dark side and the light side. I didn't just I went from dark to light. So I can see things on both sides, even more so on the dark. So I'm focusing more on the light side, even though what I'm talking about might not know that. But you guys have to, bro, the most red pill book. Yeah, man, what book you gonna read? What book can you recommend, man? Because you dropping hella red pill. And I say the Old Testament. The niggas look at me like I'm a fucking cool, man. But nigga, it's the truth. All your confidence, your validation, your knowledge of self. Confidence comes from knowledge of self before anything else. So you know who you are, nigga? Come on.
Oh my God. Oh my God. What I started the last episode with Super Friends, man. I said when people ask me who am I I say I'm a spiritual being.
That man all the time.
There we go.
Let's Amir wanted that game.
Let's go.
There you go, Amir. There you go.
Amir.
That's what's up, man.
Yeah. When people ask me who I am, I say I'm a spiritual being having a human experience, man. All right, go ahead with that gem, man.
All right, man. My first answer to this dude, did you ever recover and repost that video? Nah, I left it off because I'm writing a book right now, and that's going to be, I'm at like 15 pages on that. You know what I'm saying? But let me say, you guys saw the Republican race and all that stuff. There was a black guy who had a shirt that said "Blacks for Trump" or something like that. You guys recall that? And a lot of people were clowning him. His name is Michael the Black Man, and he's most notable in South Florida. You know, used to be into the game, drug game, but he's an Israelite-minded man. So when he says "Blacks for Trumps" on his television shirt, yeah, he said the cool-ass dude with the shirt. See, that's what most guys would think. But when you type in blacksfortrump.com, his site That's just a fucking link to send you to whatever. The link can be whatever it is, you know what I'm saying? But with the content on the link is going to be what he's selling, his product. So he has that link and it stands out. He holds the sign, blackfortrump.com, blackfortrump.com. And people thinking, look at this dumbass nigga. But when you go on the shit, this nigga is promoting his Israelite truth to blacks and he's promoting his business. So the niggas getting marketing, but he's making a fool. He's grabbing emotional, using emotionalism to make you niggas and white. So white people say, who is this black man for Trump? We're going to vote for it. We're going to go check this out. So even if you don't buy anything, you're still getting pulls to his website. Fact. And even the blacks say, oh man, he a nigga, he a cool. Let me go type this in. And now, oh shit, they find out they're Israelite. See, but niggas get so caught up on that first level shit. Oh man, he say black for Trump, but that's just a link. You can put a link for anything, and that don't have to be the reflection of the content. So you can do the same thing when it comes to, like you said, faking it till you making it. You know what I'm saying? You got to go deep with that shit. You have to understand psychology. And give another example. We black, so we play spades. Facts. Most niggas think spades is just a card game. Whatever you get, it reflects who wins. Spades is 100% psychology, man. But niggas don't know this. So this is the same application. I can have, for example, let's say I'm down 3 books. I don't have 3 books. The other person has it. And let's say I have a king, I have an ace, a jack, and a 9. Depending, I might throw out the jack instead of my ace. If I throw out the ace, you already know what I got, and I grab the book. But if I throw out the jack, and the nigga's scared, like, okay, well, if I throw my king out, then the other nigga gonna come with the ace, and I'm gonna lose that book. Now I pimp that nigga for the jack and the ace. So you get 2-3 books out of this bad boy, out of you just having 1. And your jack ain't really supposed to count for shit. So this is the psychology of shit. You gotta understand the fear of the other nigga to expect the common shit. The expectancy of the other nigga to expect the common shit is what you use, because you're not a common thinker. So you know other niggas are common thinkers and you use it against them. So that's the game, nigga. Amir, was that worth the $24.99, man?
That nigga put into spades reference for your ass, man. Damn.
Damn, they're only 16?
Hey, everybody on here, y'all need to put y'all niggas on. You need to turn people against their favorites at this point, because we need to have 100 people in here every time. We need to have
true.
Here every time.
That's a fact, man.
You ain't gonna get this on ARC, man. And you damn sure ain't gonna get it on Alpha Male Simp, nigga. Because there ain't no Alpha Male Simp Male strategy, man.
Yeah. Tell them how you really feel, Freeport.
Man, look, man. Like I was telling Alfie, man, you know, some guys can have hella subscribers, but not depth. You know what I'm saying? And the thing is, when you're at an undergrad level, when you're a freshman in college, majority, they're going to have more students in your class. When you're a PhD, sometimes only 20 kids can get accepted to a PhD program. So because the game is so much more advanced, the knowledge is so much more advanced, not everybody's going to be able to make it. So don't get caught up in the subscribers. A lot of subscribers may mean that this person is teaching at a base level.
Oh, I never looked at it like that.
Shout out to But what I'm saying is, I still want 100 people though.
Oh yeah, for sure. Shit, nigga. I want a million.
But you want it. You want the genuine. You want it from the ground up. You ain't trying to buy subscribers or nothing like that.
You know what I'm saying? Well, I want 100, man. You know.
Yeah, but you know, you gotta wait till niggas grad. See, the problem with being a PhD teacher is you gotta wait till niggas get their grads, their undergrads, they graduate, and then they come to you. Then they gotta go work for 10 years, and then they ready for their PhD. But when they come, they ready. They ready
to absorb. Yep.
Yes, a lot of niggas fell out of bachelors, but a lot of niggas don't fail out of PhDs, because when they come, they ready.
That's a fact. Woo! Woo! So this is the PhD course. This is the PhD course right here. Class, school, university. Yeah,
Nigga,
man.
this is the Illuminati shit, nigga. This is that
Yeah,
33rd degree
master's.
Mason shit. Like, you
So
ain't
it's
even
master.
PhD no more. Yeah.
All off the dome.
It's not even expert level game no more. Afi, it's master level game, man. Masters in the universe, man.
And this is chopping it up, and this is still underworld because in dark side, because the darker you go in the water, water is the mind from an esoteric level. So we going deep into the mind. Darky waters, most niggas can't see. They submarine bust. So
Why we all gotta be smart too?
Yeah.
That's a fact. You're right. Now that you point that out, yeah, you're right, man. You can't have these conversations being a dummy.
Yeah. And niggas won't appreciate it. Like, I ain't gonna throw out his name, but I remember Afi was on this nigga's panel, man. And he dropped some cold game. And the person who was hosting it, yeah, he jumped back to some, but tell us about that. I'm like, dog, you gonna jump over this gold shit for some PhD shit for some bachelor shit?
I know what you're talking about. I think I spoke to Afi about the same thing. I was like, yo, I don't know what the fuck was going on there, but it is what it is, man.
Yeah, he didn't tell me that. I just peeped it myself, man. I was so pissed, man. I just went in, nigga. I said, fuck that, man.
If y'all watching enough of my shit, y'all know when I'm about to heat up. Y'all smell it. Y'all see me coming. I'm chilling right now. I might come again. I don't know. Depending on what y'all say.
Darian said some of these subscribers be doing satanic rituals and selling out, trying to play mind games and give you a low base game. See, I like that because that's so true right there. That's so true. Some of these YouTubers you see and with millions of followers, not necessarily talking about game, but in general, millions of followers, a lot of them are sold out. Because in this world, man, it's not, you have to be intact. You have to be in tune with the spiritual. And a lot of people are dark side. Them people at the top are not atheists. I'll tell you that.
Hell no.
No elite person is an atheist. Atheist is for broke niggas. And people who lie like they're atheists, but they ain't atheists.
Yeah, this underworld shit, man. Woo!
What dating coach taught you that? That's why I don't really be. That's why I don't be doing liking that shit. I don't be liking they be saying I'm a dating coach. I be talking about this shit.
That's why I always say I'm not a dating coach. I'm not a relationship expert. Darian also said I be in high school speaking this shit, and people think I'm crazy, so I just humble myself. Exactly. Welcome to my world, man. That's exactly what I do, man. I tried friends, family. I realized it ain't gonna work, man. Like I said earlier, everybody don't got the software for this new upgrade or whatever the case may be, man. Straight like that, man. This ain't for everybody. Just know yourself. Just know that you're different from the rest, man. Accept that. I mean, you're a small minority of people right now, man. You're a small. Me and Freeport were just saying, what we 3%, and you said what we really like a third of a percent.
Yeah, we
spiritual shit.
0.03%. 3% of the men are alphas, and 0.03% understand the spiritual world.
Thank you.
Now, see Doug is he ready? See Douglas.
What's up, man?
There you go. What's going on, fam?
Chilling, man. What's happening with it?
You so damn smooth, goddamn.
Man, knock that off.
What's going on, man?
Ain't nothing, man. Trying to figure out how all this stuff work, bro. That's it. Shout out to the panel, man. I'm enjoying y'all, bro.
Peace to you, man. Peace.
What's up, partner?
Oh, yeah.
So what's your thoughts on the underworld, man?
Oh, man. I ain't really privy to discuss it right now, man, but I'm gonna catch it on another time, bro. I'm gonna catch it on another time. We can really get into that, man, because I'm really into that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Word.
Yeah, y'all keep rolling with it, man.
Yeah, yes, sir.
I'm looking at some of these comments. Yeah,
I'm reading it too. Yeah.
If you guys got questions, man, like I said before, when you getting a lot of games just running guys just running off, but when you actually give a question, you're gonna get 10 times more depth because now you're focusing on it. So don't just sit there and nigga, you got game at your disposal you ain't gonna never really have anywhere else in your life, nigga. Your daddy and uncle ain't talking about this shit, so take advantage of it. Drop some questions on something.
Hey, yo, they said, Travis said, how do I get my VIP pass to the Underworld and what membership bundles are currently available? Hey, yo, my usual comment, man. When you get to know yourself, man, you start having bitches. You'll start having bitches throw themselves at you. When you start having bitches throw yourselves at you, you have so many chicks. Then you start noticing, you know what I'm saying, the different one. You'll be able to pick out the good girl from the sluts to the hoes to the, you know what I'm saying, to whatever the case may be. You pick as such, and then you'll find yourself in the underworld, man. But this dude, Mr. Freeport, been in the underworld way more than me, man.
Y'all
He
know
probably
what
could
kind of
answer
white
that better
question
than me.
talking about? Do y'all see her question?
Explain to me how a woman is not mental, I believe.
Okay.
What I was saying about that was that for women would say we need to be mentally involved to have sex. We have to have a mental connection to have sex, and that's bullshit. Because lots of women are having sex with a fat, ugly guy with no common sense because he has
That's a
money.
fact.
See, a woman just has to spread her legs to procreate. She doesn't even have to get wet. You can use spit or lube. You don't even need lube. You can use spit or baby oil or fucking WD-40 if need be. And all she has to do is spread and she can literally procreate. The man, we cannot, if you tell a woman, I will pay you $1 billion to have sex with a dead guy. And if that dead guy has a hard on, she can get on top and do it. But a man won't be able to physically get himself turned on to sleep with a dead person because there's true mental, he has to be stimulated. He has to get stimulated for the blood. The blood has to read. You know how it happens? When your brain is stimulated, now you have so much extra blood going to your brain that some can flow down to your dick. You understand? So when your brain is stimulated, it pulls the blood from other places of your body and goes to your brain. But when you have the excess and it's turning you on because of stimulation, now it can go down to your dick. So you need to have that stimulation first to even get the blood flow to your pussy. You know? Now a woman needs blood flow to her clit, and that comes with mental stimulation. But to get pregnant, all she has to do is spread her legs. And it sounds harsh, but it's truth.
Point out the lie.
And you be killing me that part. You be using them emojis, but I be crying laughing, man.
Oh yeah. Word. Point out the lie, man.
Do you get that, China White? So you need mental to be satisfied, of course, but no, you don't need it to get it started.
At all.
I do maintain and break the flame line strength. What are the steps to do? Now they asking hella shit, man. See, man, we already gave y'all 3 hours and 40 minutes, man.
Word, it's been that long?
Yeah, man.
Hey, yo, I see Firehead said, how do maintain an unbreakable frame? I want to have a straight face because I tend to break frame in tense situations. Like I said before, I've done it, and I haven't done it in a while because I'm pretty good now. I used to look at myself in the mirror, man. Play situations out in your head in front of a fucking mirror and look at yourself. And then start controlling your muscles, man. Look at yourself in the mirror. Straight like that, man. That's what I mean when I say you gotta get to know yourself. Like I know myself to a point where I'm stoic when I want to be. That means showing no emotions, and I could show certain emotions when I want to show it. And then I use that to my advantage again, in every situation, man.
First.
Play chess, man.
And to me, that's a part of masculinity. Whenever that's a feminine trait to not be able to control. I'm not saying you're feminine, the one who asked that question, but when you can't control yourself, your emotions, a lot of black women do that. A lot of these hood rats do that. They get mad and you can see it on their face and they be so quick to snap. You know what I'm saying? I'm not the type. If you call me a nigga, I'm not gonna be phased. I'm not gonna laugh. I'm not gonna smile. I'm just gonna walk off like as is. You look at you like you're ignorant. But that's not gonna move me off my center. Now, if you pull out a gun on a nigga or try to punch me, then yeah, bitch, I'm moved. But when you can't control your facial expression, that's a feminine trait. A man needs to be able, like I said, when you want to get the woman to reveal who she is, you can't judge nor grimace. You know what I'm saying? You got to be able to eat that food that tastes like shit and not grimace. And this is the part of masculinity. So you have to build yourself up through experiences and red pilling yourself. You have to red pill yourself, guys. Not just the fact that I got my chick banged out so I can be desensitized to the effects of thinking of somebody else sleeping with her, but I've done it in many other areas as well. You know what I'm saying? Let me give you an example. For example, when you guys are working out, when you smoke weed, you're able to do more workouts because it relaxes your muscles. So instead of doing 50 push-ups in a row, you can do 150 push-ups because you don't feel it. So the same way is you have to do that with your mind. You have to make your mind relax so you don't feel the shit that's coming to you energy-wise. You know what I'm saying? The same exact shit, and that's through practice, and that's through understanding and being aware of what you're trying to accomplish.
All right, man. We're gonna wrap this up, man. We about to be pushing 4 hours in this shit.
Really? That's crazy. All right, let's do that, man.
So, we appreciate your time. Shout out to C. Douglas that came through. Shout out to Mr. Limber Channel. Shout out to Black Ram for coming on the panel. Shout out to Mr. Law 217. Shout out to China White. Shout out to C. Douglas. He in the panel and in the chat combo. Shout out to Trav. Shout out to all y'all, man. I don't know, what's today? What, Tuesday?
Yes, sir.
Tuesday, yeah, man. I don't know. We'll do another show when. Matter of fact, Red Pill, you got the live coming, so that's gonna be the next one.
Word. That's a fact.
Be on that one or at least call in. So we'll get that one together. So thanks for giving us all your time, all this time. If y'all came in late, missed this shit because y'all missed something, man. If you missed 30 minutes an hour, you fucked up. I'm gonna leave this shit up till tomorrow, man. Get this game. Appreciate everybody for coming through.
Thank you, brother.
Yes, sir. Appreciate you, Afi. Appreciate you, Freeport.
Yeah, man. Thanks for having me on, man. Thanks for sharing, taking the time to drop game because I learned through all of you guys, and you know what I'm saying? It's a pleasure.